too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, I'ma kill 'em with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, y'all gon' kill 'em with a remix. Dumb niggas still playing in the same game. They get stepping out, nigga, tell down the train. You see that I thought a bell would ring. Well, I gotta break these dollar niggas down cause they need to change. Shema shut so I stay on my grind. It's the bars like wine, they get better with time. Being cleansed with my yin detoxing the mind. I'm strong in Kadash, our aura gon' shine. Was exercising sin, man, I thought I was flexing. Had a life full of errors with no teacher to check it. Found my life in the sin, I was destined to wreck it. I was headed for a throttle in the wrong direction. Till y'all took the wheel, cause my life was a trip. So I hopped out like I'm ghost riding a whip. And I took the back seat, had to change my position. Now, I'ma show these little niggas how to transition. I put sin down, confessing my fault. Shahusha's guiding my feet, now I know how to walk. To stay in this kind of bar hitting my heart. Now my chest lighting up like I'm Tony Stark. Separate sinners from Kadash, that my yin depart. Y'all's coming like a flood, I'ma stay in the ark. No water but fire, all sorrow when they see this. They see what? Yahusha killing with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, I'ma kill 'em with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, y'all gon' kill 'em with a remix.
You stepping out the frame was hard to picture. I couldn't see it with my eyes, it was dark and tinted. Not to mention the part from the start to finish, cause it was hard to tell a vision of a sharper image. Now my heart is entity but rock my soul and cause my toes to stand in the parts unknown. Now I'm taught what the fathers know, so my faith is I bang with Kadash cause I'm not alone. I got my bow, Yahusha said to carry my tool. The bar is so conducive that I'm bearing my fruit. Now the plan is to dwell in the truth, so I better improve, spreading my roots so I'll never be moved. See, I was beasting in the field like a Nebuchadnezzar. My mind was scattered, now we back to put the separate together. I was facing edges of weapons for neglecting the letters. Even rested upon the first but not the seventh. And better and settled forever. I'm at the synagogue on Shabbat on my watch, trying to get to that debauch in the rock. Down the middle like Mashah as he gathering the flock to the stock, as he feeding the bar to our hearts by the rivers of Ma'im. I'm trying to get a taste, pick a place, either that or in a lake with the flames. And I hope I can escape in the day so I get to sit calm and recalm, cause it's y'all's will embrace like.
Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, I'ma kill 'em with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, y'all gon' kill 'em with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, I'ma kill 'em with a remix. Step up so you can walk through the pearly gates. Get the picture now before it's too late. Oh, wait, they ain't feeling this. Okay, y'all gon' kill 'em with a remix.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
His rod and his staff where my comfort at. Keep me conformed to this world, ain't no time for that. But I'ma stand firm on this word and won't turn. Why these niggas fold like some paperbacks? Music scene was getting cold, that's why I grabbed heater. I set the table with a beat, now it's time to eat up. That the bar till I'm full and I regurgitate the same thing as that the apostle, that's an aftertaste. I spit in my shali, but you don't get it. Exercise my amunah, survival of the fittest. And this essential cause it's helping me grow. I got the sun and the water of stone. If he anointed with his oil, then I know it's all for my burial. Told you don't touch his anointing, so he ain't sparing you. I just want my life to become so I can see his face in peace when he finally comes.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah is my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest. Yeah, who is my shepherd? Turn my Nafash over into his hand like I threw an interception. Towards Shamayim, look to him for direction. But while I'm on this earth, still maneuver with a weapon. Keep a strap on the side. Cover from Yahuwah like the staff in the ride. And I don't wanna shoot you, cause I'd rather think above all the actions of my life. Green passions I'm alive. In the shadow I abide as I travel with the squad. The path is deep. Allahim take the wheel, I'm in the passenger seat. Used to be one of the boys who wanted to run with bulls until I seen y'all was only pastoring sheep. Now my whole outlook is different, like a nigga fresh home and he out from prison. Two of a kind, and sure to follow. If I'm about this business, well forever in this house, I'm with it. Let's get it.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah's my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to rest.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I should fear no evil cause I know Yahuwah's my help.
Guide my steps, keep right, won't turn left. On this road that I'm on till I'm laid to
Tell
rest.
yourself he's with me. He won't forget me. Though you can't see it, just believe it.
Let's get it.
That'd probably take her. Hey, yo, Bez, what you cooking?
Speak on a little situation.
Get some things clarified.
People out here doing this, doing that. Understand? Trying to please the next person. When everything all on you, what you gonna do? Man, I'm just trying to make it in. Not if I get, please, man. Had companionship with the band. Not if I get, please, man. Fellow citizen and a friend. I just need you to comprehend. I ain't serving them if I get, please, man. So past and present, people hating. I'm glad you're hating. Keep that stank look on your faces. Y'all have me laughing daily. I ain't trying to fit your fashion. I just be how he made me. Get, please, man. I ain't serving other Mashiach, baby.
I'm purpose driven, I'm going for perfect living in Abba. That's Tommy may not know, but it's different. I ain't trying to please men, cause Allahim is my focus. Pleasing men, like sowing seed that get devoured by locusts. Leave you hopeless when you don't work for it, they all come to not. Yo, who's just coming? Best believe that he gon' blow up your spot. And it's cool, you're getting lit, cause your show is hot. If you think I'm on fire, now watch how I roll when I drop. Can't rock no skinny jeans, and it ain't because of fatness, but your hoodie ain't cut different, so we don't fit your fashion. I keep my tassel tucked tight, I dress different from y'all. I'm like Yahoo back in the day, and you a worshiper of all. You ain't never seen it, your man can give him praise like this. But Yahuwah found me worthy, so he gave me this gift. I give him my all every time that I spit. Hate it for you if you don't like it, but I won't quit, nigga.
I'm just a voice that's crying out in the wilderness. Bet you never picture that giving praises a look like this. I'm not a Christian, them cretins don't never question shit. You about to find out if you don't know what the business is. From me, a servant of the Abba, but the business is I'm a Shiach, my physician and my nutrition is Ra and Shara recommended this regimen. Ruach Daya got me reaping essential benefits. Exercising with just about my mental fitness lit. Don't get me bent, I got combinations to hit you with. Note the message, don't cloak me with your perspective. I'm running for your acceptance. Miss me with that deception. Comprehending these lessons bound to get me to perfection. So the natural man, I check him. When he seem to get the flexing, I say, look here for a second. Scriptures I recollect, they keep me careful how I'm stepping. Marshall Lee Jerry. Man, I'm just trying to make it in. Not if I get, please, man. Had companionship with the band. Not if I get, please, man. Fellow citizen and a friend. I just need you to comprehend. I ain't serving them if I get, please, man. So past and present, people hating. I'm glad you're hating. Keep that stank look on your faces. Y'all have me laughing daily. I ain't trying to fit your fashion. I just be how he made me. Get, please, man. I ain't serving other Mashiach, baby.
Oh shoot.
7 p.m. Yo, I got the roll, cuz.
Buck roll.
Y'all, 7 p.m. time to slide in the service. 7:15, we almost live in person. 7:30, we gonna give them rhymes in the worship. 8 o'clock, we stop, it's time to dive in the verses. Chapter in the book, we look, finding our purpose. The fine print connect without writing in cursive. These girls spend time, go pricing them purses. So worth way more than the price of a Birkin. I'm learning, you can go out splurging, get these things. But what's the point? You ain't saved, your sin remain. They look at cool and wanna shift the blame. But now you got space, go and make a different change. And if you don't, well, then it's a shame. Sinners want to vibe, I'm on a different wave. Niggas headed to the pit of rage. Driving down the highway to hell, you gonna tell them go and switch your lanes, huh? If we tell them where they listen still, all they care about spinning blocks and hitting drills. We used to worry about lynch mobs and getting killed. The feeling now my own people turn me to Emmett Till. We sat down and we ate, it's time to flip the bill. Oh, you ordered Qatar? That's an expensive meal. And Yahoo ain't forget, he just kept passing on the debt while we slept, he gave us Benadryl. Now Allah, he waking us up. Yehudi first, if you ain't that, you taking the dump. We was under the hood, you just spacing the trunk. Meaning we keep this thing moving, you just space for the junk. Nigga, go and get it right while it's still a chance. Stop spinning around, you ain't still a fan. Yeah, you need a ruach in that inner man before you punch out of that clock of life and kick the can. Don't need to have a hook to say my song is tough. I'ma let you go, I know I held you long enough. Yehudi gang to death, that's all we got is us. Leave these snakes in the back and let them wash my dust. Yehudi gang to death, that's all we got is us. Leave these snakes in the back and let them wash my dust.
Yehudi gang till death. It's a movement.
It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but you're my day one homie. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but you're my day one homie. From day one, all you shown was consistency. Still trying to figure out what made you consider me. Without you, I know I wouldn't make it. Everybody knows, so ain't no point in trying to fake it. Let me be clear why I'm saying this. If you don't understand what I'm saying is, you're who she is, the door, the approval I'm fighting for. The more than frank, cause this is a relationship. FG, you're proud on the ship, you gon' be sinking. We done all been a lot of things, but you make you transition. The bark of a cricket love, it's time to change your thinking. In the time of an eye twinkle, just like if you were blinking. If you need your who should help me say yeah. If you need a friend, help me say yeah. If you need your who should help me say yeah. If you need a friend, help me say yeah. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but you're my day one homie. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but you're my day one homie. When I should've been dead and gone alone was lit. You was your hop and she out was the man that he said. They hung him up high and his clothes was red. You can ask for dispensation, Kim will tell you what's spent. What greater heart have a man than this? I'm not ashamed to be a knocky, but call me your friend. Only one way to y'all, and that way is him. Dexter tried to tell us all it's all about the thing. When there's problems with my wife, I can count on you. In that time I need advice, I can count on you. Anything that come with life, I can count on you. I know I will be alright, 'cause I can count on you. When this problem with my wife, I can count on you. Anytime I need advice, I can count on you. Anything that come with life, I can count on you. I know I will be alright, 'cause I can count on you. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it 'cause you told me not enough to call you friend, but day one homie. It's the way that you told me you gon' always be there for me. It's more than just your words, because you constantly show me you're closer than a brother. I believe it 'cause you told me not enough to call you friend, you're my day one homie.
Bet you weak religion can't come mess with us. I bet you didn't know that Jesus shed no blood. I bet you didn't know the word of precious drug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. My lights on, clean like lights off. Till our life's gone, we sight strong, go and fight wrong. I don't write songs, I paint pictures, plain so you can get it. That's a nice draw. These light bars, when the lights off, we something like stars. When the shit must go down the lead, we hit the scene and we shine hard. On the job like a 9 to 5, we go on the grind, no time off. Keep the ball real close to me like it's supposed to be in my law. Serve Yahuwah Elohim, they out here trying to find God in Jesus Christ. Sinners dead in need in life. Yahuwah's hand is outstretched, looking for an outlet to receive the life. Forget the drugs, I can get you to the plug. He'll smoke the weed, but his eyes, they always stay low. And he stay high, cause he sits above. And Shamayim, he dwell and sit. Sit down with A, call him Azara. Ain't no magic done, he left us well equipped. America is dark, but we go shit, so we well lit. And best believe we'll keep that light on for you, Motel 6. I bet you weak religion can't come mess with us. I bet you didn't know that Jesus shed no blood. I bet you didn't know the word of precious drug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug.
How you gonna call yourself a masterpiece and you ain't never took the time trying to masterpiece? I gotta hook it to you who a word of masterpiece, cause he keep giving me the flow to go and match the beat. Look at the hook to you who know the power's on, and I'ma keep you entertained like all the power's on. The way y'all get you clean like the shower's on, and I'ma keep it locked in till they call me home.
I'm hooked up
to the powerhouse, never powers out. Niggas scream and shout when I think about all you who was there for me, I could've burned them out.
I'm hooked up
and I'm holding on, cause I'm not alone. I might suffer down here, but I'm a Game of Thrones, so it will all be worth it when I make it home. Y'all's power, that's the powerhouse. Y'all's power, that's the powerhouse. Y'all's power, that's the powerhouse. But you gon' have to fight for it, get them cowards out. When you see it coming, don't let your heart feel. Rock, get your holla girl from the cartel. Gotta come to you who for the quick sale. Wasn't prison at the sand till he paid bill. Now I live a clean life, propel. When he come, I'ma dip, rotel. Worked on the 7, work 6, motel. Ratting on my old sins, no tell. I stay hooked to you who like a crack addict. I keep him whipping like a pump and an asthmatic. You who should come in and it's gonna be quick. Better sniff, got a plug, come and get your fix.
I bet you weak religion can't come mess with us. I bet you didn't know that Jesus shed no blood. I bet you didn't know the word of precious drug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug. I'm hooked to it, I'm the outlet and he the plug.
Crazy. Say Rich. You know the time about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we following lies. You ain't equal with the Yahoo. You ain't the people of Elohim.
Tell them what's on your heart. The moment I've been awaiting. We've been lied to too many generations. Wasn't told how these Gentiles is faking. It's in Kazum, you changed the revelation. So y'all's people listen up. Possess your souls and your patience. He knows our works, poverty and tribulation. None equal with the Yahudim. Only one people of Elohim. So y'all are synagogue of Satan. We are the Abarim. Y'all a Yiddish nation. Let's walk through the book, flip through the pages. I got a question. Did you get here on slave ships? Scattered about, mixed in with strangers? When did your life hang in doubt and you been in danger? Did Yahuwah root you out the land in his anger? Deliver you from Pharaoh's hand with great temptation? Or are you just imitating.
Your time is about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we found them all liars. You ain't equal with the Yahudim. You can't be the people of Elohim. We seen in Bereshit chapter 10. You ain't from Shem, you from Japhet and them. No better than the Christian, go back with them. Know our identity, so we had to part with them.
Tell them about the truth, it's heavier than cinder blocks. While you walk around with them Shirley Simple locks. Henderson Orthodox, your work sickening. Baby penis in your mouth for the circumcision. Why make them stumble in judgment, earn vision? I don't know, worse, you or worthless Christian? Let me see. Both of your works are wicked, plus they did. Get a hearse and mortician. Still sinning, and they got the nerve to mention verses from Tahaline's 23rd Division. One observing Christmas, the other Hanukkah. Wearing a yarmulke, praying, but he designed a Yahoo. So we look to the Malacca peace from above. Will one day come and judge, make you bow at our feet to show you we the ones we love. If you wanna see, you gotta get with us.
Your time is about to expire. True Jews, yeah, we found them all liars. You ain't equal with the Yahudim. You can't be the people of Elohim. We seen in Bereshit chapter 10. You ain't from Shem, you from Japhet and them. No better than the Christian, go back with them. Know our identity, so we had to part with them. One thing I know, Yahuwah run the show. True Yahudim gonna be the first one at the door. Calling all fakes, the real has stepped in the building. Keep it 100, and now we not sparing feelings. Ashkenazis have been cast out. Soup bowls along in the kitchen. Y'all said he cutting off those who piss it. On the wall, that's where I stand. Don't get mad cause I know where I'm from and who I am. Yeah.
What other people fulfill this Bible? Why are you sitting around letting the hypocrite, lying seminary teachers sit around and teach you that you're a Gentile? Why are you letting them sit around and teach you that other people are who you're supposed to be when the Bible couldn't tell you that we tried them and said they'll do? We find them light.
That's right.
En la ciencia.
Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go.
When I lay in, believe that. We rock out the couch, I need that. Get burning, she old. That big fat, 3 times a week at the gobble, I be at. Cinnamon, leave me alone. Old friend, don't come home. She'll watch me, I'm in the zone. I'ma cook up tomorrow till he take me home. Yeah, willing, I'ma work the pen till the ink starts spilling. With a slave to the flesh, cause I couldn't stop spinning now. Working overtime till he says I'm forgiven. Tomorrow like a drug, I can tell you don't get it. Get high off the pink, then I let Rich hit it. Cover for whisper, I need with your brain. 95 or 2, Tyler, he won't praise, I'ma give it to him. Gotta kiss my breath, let me slow it down. Fall a lot when I started, but I'm stronger now. The way of Yah built me up when I was feeling down. Now I'm locked in till I hit the left of river sound. Salvation's mine, and I ain't quitting. If there's only one seat left, well, I'm gonna get it. Yeah. Whole world gonna hear, but you can keep my ticket. I've been with Yahusha, I'm going somewhere different.
Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa. Here we go. Billy J Rich with a brand new flow. Giving praise to Yahuwah, cause that's all that we know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go.
Like whoa, get away from sin, gotta go, Joe. It's how fast that I be running when I see the evil coming while I fool moving slow, following the word, that's a no, whoa, show, straight like that, and I'm on the right track, only way I picture myself going backwards in a foe, so, memory lane, I remember some things, kinda crazy, all the thoughts that are in it, in your brain, block all of the thoughts that were dipped in the flame, word hit in my heart, defense is the same. like Marcus can be. I knew that when Austin grabbed me, it'd be heat in the skillet, and we was gonna kill it like the army when they fought Iraqis. I'm strong like Zangief. Street Fighter got the scars on my hands, see. No boxing, I contend for the promise so I could be adopted, foster family. Jay Rich got a brand new flow with the same old name. In life, there's many ways that a man can go, but I stay with the same old thing. Yo, Hootie, gang, gang, gang.
Jay Rich with a brand new flow. Gang, gang, gang. Cause the soul never know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa, whoa. Here we go. Cause Jay Rich with a brand new flow. Give a brother to you, cause the soul never know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, whoa. Here we go. Cause Jay Rich with a brand new flow. Give a brother to you, cause the soul never know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go like whoa, whoa. Here we go. Cause Jay Rich with a brand new flow. Give a brother to you, cause the soul never know. We gon' give them all we got till it's time for us to go. Whoa, whoa, here we go, Whoa, whoa, here we go,
Trouble in your way, feeling like you can't make it. Put your trust in your Hoover and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, the day after the night. Put your trust in your Hoover and it'll be alright. Trouble in your way, feeling like you can make it. Put your trust in your Hoover and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, but the day after the night. Put your trust in your Hoover and it'll be alright.
Sometimes when you're going through, yeah, it's gonna be some pain. But if you're gonna grow, you're gonna need sunshine and rain. So whenever you're going through, yeah, I know it might get hard. But all you gotta do is put your trust in your heart. Alright, alright. Sing it with me, y'all. Everything will be alright. Sing it with me, y'all. If you know it's gotta be, sometimes when you're going through, yeah, it's gonna be some pain, but if you're gonna grow, you're gonna need sunshine and rain. Whenever you're going through, yeah, I know it might get hard, but I tell you all you gotta do is put your trust in your heart. Yeah, oh, put your trust in Him. I said I know all you gotta do. Yeah, put your trust in Him. And I know that it's gonna be alright. Said it's gonna be alright. Yeah. Sing it with me, y'all. If you know, it will be. Yeah.
Trouble in your way, feeling like you can't make it. Put your trust in your Hoover and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, the day after the night. Put your trust in your Hoover and it'll be alright. Trouble in your way, feeling like you can make it. Put your trust in your Hoover and exercise your patience. Stormy day gon' come, but the day after the night. Put your trust in your Hoover and it'll be alright.
Sometimes when you're going through, yeah, it's gonna be some pain. But if you're gonna grow, you're gonna need sunshine and rain. So whenever you're going through, yeah, I know it might get hard. But all you gotta do is put your trust in your heart. Sing, oh, said I know all you gotta do. Yeah, put your trust in him. Trust in him. And I know that it's gonna be alright. That it's gonna be alright.
What the book tellin'? What the book tellin'? What the book tellin'? Take me back to the old way. Old way. Make my life better, man. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. Nah, yo, who this standing tall? Purchase rule, I scare protection just to spot out all you fraud. Y'all Jim Duggan with the scripture. Shout told me about you brawlers. Got to rise cold high. Make it plain so I can follow. Take me back to the old way. Why? All these niggas gay. Yo, who the better wake up these maggots decision makers? Got all people in a trance. Purses, blouses, skinny pants. Emasculating all men. Now we got stay at home dad. Immaculate education. So glad to receive they papers. Too busy breaking their lunch. Now we done forgot how to hunt. It's a lion out there. We used to control the jungle. Each can't subdue the arouse if y'all ain't planted in our hearts.
Yeah, on y'all 616, it'll enhance my journey. Find out order the meaning to this better transform me.
Call me Cam Hardaway, crossing over Ivory. Coming up with broken ankles, please don't try to guard me. Take me back to the old way. Y'all 616, it'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Dehumanization taking place, I see it. Paint my people as savage so that they can delete us. Breathe this of a human being and used to simplifying the fraction. Nasty crackers, bastards, passion. We could tell just by your actions. Shook her arm, body stacking. Media outlets got us slacking. We got the target, hope you pack. Place gon' burn, then that's a fact. You get the gas, I get the match. Take a slashing. Courtesy of the North Gatekeeper. Shama Yim extravaganza. In the rule, I kiss my ticket.
Say you ain't out with your hooter, you don't apologize. Then you like a nigga at a country club. You know you can't get in.
What's your alternative? Dead ends. Think it's time to switch your route. Ryan I. Smith navigation headed to paradise, no doubt. You can trash the side ladder. Our example in your code. But I had this on my life. It should have been on no recall. You were headed for a fall. Make my way to the top proper. K-E-N anonymous shawl. Label me no thief or robber. Nah. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Take me back to the old way. Y'all room, y'all 616. It'll enhance my journey. All your other passive on it. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber. No thieving robber. Ain't no thieving robber.
I hear my people crying, I see my people dying, living and feel like that's all when they face Goliath. Trapped inside these churches, full of lies and curses, trying to get to our land where Yahuwah birthed us. This is America, this land ain't free for me. Seeing our women sell their body just to make it meat. Kids needing food to eat, young falling in the streets, robbing our elders that's living in poverty. There used to be a time when we wanted for nothing, living in comfort. All I heard wasn't who we trusted, but we forsook our rock and chose another path. He sold us to these sinners in this foreign land. Time to bethink ourselves, forsake these idol gods. Confess our sins and for correction we will take the rod. Then we can take our journey to where we belong. Our bereavements crossing over from parts unknown.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn. I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please take us back where we belong. Don't far from home. Moving into parts unknown.
It's by your wisdom and understanding. We sitting stranded, you left off, we've been abandoned. Didn't keep the law, statutes, the 10 commandments. Forget the American dream, let the sinners have it. Cause it's sin you vanish, and your face was hid. Broken vows of breaching this relationship. But Zion said, well, Allah ain't forsake his kids. Not if we get back in our proper place, and return our hearts. Then we'll see him come gather all of us that are scattered to the furthest part of the Iris that's under the Shamayim. Bring us back as one nation under Allahim. Will you rule as governor and Malakim? Now I see it's all part of your plan. Me and Ray on the palm of your hand. Don't forget your pilgrims, strangers and foreigners in this land.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn. I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please take us back where we belong. Don't far from home. Moving into parts unknown.
We're taking back our kids and taking back our wives. Headed back to the land where Abraham thrived. So many times they cheated, so many times they lied. We should have bust their head on the 10th time.
In these end times, you coming back, no forewarning. But not before you gather us from the four corners of the Arid. Far from home, we messed up, but like a dog in a bone, come and fetch us.
I remember the time that I was yours and you were mine not long ago. Now my heart is torn. I'm all alone. Sitting here it hurts, we've been dispersed. Please take us back where we belong. Don't far from home. Moving into parts unknown. Parts unknown. Parts unknown.
This that summertime flow, go ahead and drop the roof. The ball keep me in the way, ooh, I shamu. Maintain good works, can't bear no rotten fruit. Fresh bees, purge from sin, I got the juice. It's steady knowledge I'm dropping, this they cannot dispute. I write my verses while making it plain, Kabakook. So for he that is reading it, he can go and run. Hope and trust, believing in the only son. So once you done getting down to this tune and you grooving, my laws that you grow, get grounded and rooted. You down with the movement, then count up the cost all the way to the end. Seek and win a crown for your cross. Unto him who really believes it's worth it, he'll fight, do all that he can. Cause no man can work in the night. So now I stand, cause the Lamb give you purpose in life. His demands weigh like a gram, his burdens is light. Yahusha's arms and the vine at all times, like the Ukanon. Had to get away from everything I knew was wrong and tell sin bye, bye, like poof be gone. No magic tricks and it don't require no backward flips. Not complicated, just have some patience, relax and sit. Abide in the vine or else get cast in the pit, smoking like a cancer stick. Now you a branch that's lit. Down in hell instead of on top of the hill. We fell on the rock, that same rock it'll kill. If it fall on us, it'll turn us all to dust. So we seek the Ruach HaKodesh to get properly sealed. And they like, how you do that there? Winter and summer the same, bearing fruit all year. This is what happens when it's by the rivers you planting. Sin is the problem, well, let me give you the answer. Bye, bye, bye. Yahusha, he the savior, and he be the mediator of the new covenant. Still here and going nowhere. I'm staying under him like underwear. The sun I wear as a covering. Disguise myself, I put on Yahusha. The army of Yah, I'm pushing on like a trooper. Salute the all of Kadash, lift up your hands and make sure you don't become a wicked friend. Abide.
Yo, this ain't stopping.
We just pilgrims and strangers passing through on our journey, hoping one unit get to a beautiful Nakum we have never seen. A city where the maker is Elohim. Mansion living in my heart, time to live the dream. Sipping on the fruit with Yahusha, it's a muaddi. To see Yahuwah, whom the Yahudim trust. Mishpachar Elohim will dwell among us. Pleasure, I'm headed to a dine in the gun with the aura of Yahuwah shine. Stop the clock on these sinners, cause it's our time. Always thinking about Jerusalem, cause I'm mine. Lay it back under ox, time to retire. While they send us back, stroking in the lake of fire. Riding on the Cornish highway to my destination, New Jerusalem, a permanent vacation. I can 8-town stump here in hot Atlanta, or cool off in the clear waters near Tampa. Make my way down south, hit up Miami, or take a west coast tour, cities in Cali. City of brotherly love, you know I can't forget Philly. Or take a bite of that apple in New York City. See my hometown city down in that sea. But I'm not, there's only one place I wanna be. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Walls great and high, heaven 12 gates. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. This is city where Yahusha has the better place. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Where the Yahudim can finally be free. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Will Kadash forever be with all I hear.
America's not my home, this is a place of my captivity. Been walking in this way too long, this place ain't meant for me. Want me to make an oath and swear on this pack that freedom is for all unless your color is black. The system is all rigged, these people are not just. Unless your color is white, well then it's just us. Listen, you need to let us go or you will see destruction. Both you and your seed, killing off corruption. So take me to that city that wanna bear your name. Jerusalem, where Yahuwah and Yahusha reign. It's a pressing way, I'm trying to make it in. See, just like Lou, we need to flee from sin. We've been mixed with these folks for too long. We put our confidence in people that keep doing this wrong, and they won't leave us alone. These folks won't let us be. It's time to break away, it's time to be free. Come on.
I can 8-town stump here in hot Atlanta, or cool off in the clear waters near Tampa. Make my way down south, hit up Miami, or take a west coast tour, cities in Cali. City of brotherly love, you know I can't forget Philly. Or take a bite of that apple in New York City. See my hometown city down in that sea. But I'm not, there's only one place I wanna be. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Walls great and high, heaven 12 gates. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. This is city where Yahusha has the better place. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Where the Yahudim can finally be free. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Will Kadash forever be with all I hear. Walls of jasper, family's gonna look amazing. Standing firm on 12 different foundations, garnished with all manner of precious stones. And the city was like unto pure gold, like clear glass, living like royalty. Malachi Kohanim, that's how it's supposed to be. For the Sadiq and Kadash, you'll see, written in the book of life, were the chosen peeps. In the midst of the city is Allahi, and the lamp shining bright for all to see. Know they love their aura is here to stay. Gonna be in New Jerusalem all day. You see the heart, you see where it's coming from the lamb that cleanses with his dumb. On our foreheads is written his sham, and no sinners are without in Behanam. I can 8-town stump here in hot Atlanta, or cool off in the clear waters near Tampa. Make my way down south, hit up Miami, or take a west coast tour, cities in Cali. City of brotherly love, you know I can't forget Philly. Or take a bite of that apple in New York City. See my hometown city down in that sea. But I'm not, there's only one place I wanna be. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Walls great and high, heaven 12 gates. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. This is city where Yahusha has the better place. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Where the Yahudim can finally be free. New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem. Will Kadash forever be with all I hear. Yeah, who wanna see that city now? Who wanna be in that city now? Who wanna see New Jerusalem?
Who wanna be in New Jerusalem? New Jerusalem, New Jerusalem.
Is it Yahuwah's empire? Better turn and get it right for forever. Your soul be on fire. When Yahuwah come back, tell me where you gon' be at. When Yahuwah come back, tell me where you gon' be at.
Look, cinnamon. Tell me where you gonna run to. Bet you escape cause the hour don't judge. Must have forgot that the sun do. If you ain't right, you be willing when he come through. Better turn for you burn, never come new. Just like a thief in the night, he be taking your life, but he gon' bring you the freedom, all of no truth. Everybody knows love is Irene, but our greatest captivity sin. Better break the chain and let go of race. I'll bring chapter 12 that they had to sin. And take it to binge it like medicine to increase endurance, so this place should win. It ain't giving the strong, it ain't giving the split, but this battle is fun when you on to the end.
Better hold on, it'll all be worth it when we go home. He knew it was weak, so he bore all our sins, he was so strong. Your choice is my cool for the fire. Your work gon' show what you desire. Why live a life of sin when you who is up and he can take you higher? Tell me what's your desire? Is it Yahuwah's empire? Better turn and get it right for forever. Your soul be on fire. When Yahuwah come back, tell me where you gon' be at. When Yahuwah come back, tell me where you gon' be at. Tell me what's your desire? Is it Yahuwah's empire? Better turn and get it right for forever. Your soul be on fire. When Yahuwah come back, tell me where you gon' be at.
Look, yeah, I know that we are true. I will ring. If you're on our side, then you're on the winning team. Bible shows representing real habits. Trying to mimic the dust from Upper Ring 13-7. Anybody can get it. The doors are always open like a 7-Eleven. We gon' be in Chamayin. Why? Cause all dogs go to heaven and now y'all so cool, cause that's fitting for you. Let me be fair, let me say a prayer for you. Yeah, let them niggas burn. I'ma cook them with a verse and give ain't boogie a turn. It's getting too easy, living up like that's so darn pleasing. Who was at the plate and my love throw a deep bear catch, cause his word I receive. Yahudim, I know who my Savior is. Yahushua, I know where we from. One thing I know for sure, Yahuwah he's running the show. 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 He running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show. Fights come in action, let Yahuwah start the show. He not allowing sinners to get to out the door. Israelites done, passing pig in the floor. Y'all thought it was finished until Carrie said, it's a mo. Can he say that? Yes, I can. Don't get mad cause you serve a Mexican. Mexican, take it how you wanna. Not interested in your lies, it don't fit my Yahoo triple persona. Look, you know, I know who's true and who's a lie. Let me tell you what else true. You know that wasn't Jesus Christ who was sacrificed. Boy, quit playing yourself. Yahudim, I know who my Savior is. Yahushua, I know where we from. Don't let these Christians down. One thing I know for sure, Yahuwah he's running the show. 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 He running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show.
One thing I know, we turn the pack to the speed. Like who is being said, you better run and then Yahudim, I will before we leave you. On your leash for that judgment. When he appear, watch me never.
It ain't just the operate, double ream is a lifestyle. So ain't no smoking, or drinking, fornicating, or anything foul. So if you're Christian, then you crossed out. And any other religion, even these campfires blown out. They like who art thou? We that true Yahudi gang. And if you ain't with us, then you in that lake of
One thing I know for sure, Yahuwah he's running the show. 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 He running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show. Yahuwah he's running the show.
Wanna see y'all peace, what a good time.
Have a feast and champagne, but a good time. No matter how bad, it's a good time. I'm living cold dash, I'm getting ready. Reflection of my past and my heart.
Come on. Oh, all right, we on. All right, everybody all right? Yes, sir. All right, another Yum, man. Yes, sir. Woo, when you get through this right here, man, you gotta go to the old folk home, ain't it right, me? Go get that Bengay rub down. And did they blow your suit this morning for you? He said he gonna buy some suits. They gonna blow the suit for you. It's too hot. Well, y'all all the change. Well, I had a good laugh, though. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah for getting us another Yum. Span, appreciate Sean. I knew his member. Isn't that right? Appreciate that right? Appreciate it. Knew his op. Appreciate it. That's right. I got him down from the great state of Mississippi. It's white people, they call it Mississippi. Isn't that right? Appreciate that. Appreciate Mr. Yahuwah. Isn't that right? Trying to clean the South out, clean it up all the way in there, all the way down, all the way back over Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, then going to South Carolina. Isn't that right? Get them trained up, get them right. Get rid of them silk sucker suits they got. With them 9 extra. Where he was saying that was? That man's here. Hold on, that man's, Sean, how tall are you? 6'4", 6'3". So if you put on a size 39 length pants, where you think they're gonna be at? Hayward said that's his size. 38, 39 length. We said, Hayward, Palm, what's wrong with your cousin, man? 39. Shaquille O'Neal will drown with 39 length. He said, all right. Then he put them on. He put his belt up. The way his belt was up here. I said, that's how you wearing a 39. He got a bucket that thing around his chest. Ain't no way in the world you can wear that and be right. Appreciate that. We got something. I said something. Oh, Byron, what's that, Ritter? He said, been watching since 2009. Appreciate you. Appreciate all y'all. Ain't that right? People know. They know legendary. I appreciate it. That's what they say. Some call me some other words. It ain't legend, though. But I don't worry about it. I keep on standing anyway. People are going to be saved. They're going to see the truth. That's what they're going to come to. People they're going to hate, they're going to hate anyway. At the end of the day, that's just being honest. You know, you just live a life, do what Mr. Yahuwah put before you, present before you. The rest of it going to work itself out. I'm a believer of that. You know, I make it my business, like I said, day, evening, Layla, to make sure I'm in a good place with myself and a good place with my Creator. That's something I would definitely encourage everybody to make sure you do, because make no mistake, it's going to determine where you spend eternity at. If you got any wrestle or reservation about where you at, you need to try to make sure you're going to get that sorted out quick, because restitution coming in. You need to make sure you're right. It ain't hard. You got to examine yourself. We all know where we at. It don't look like we crazy, like we far and like, oh man, I don't know what the thing, where am I? We know where we at. So then you know what you need to do. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. All right, we'll give them left side of Kato Sarah. No. All right. Isn't that right? I appreciate Yahuwah again for everything, and everybody. Appreciate the press. Those that couldn't be here, certainly appreciate the rest of our members that watch it in as well that couldn't be here. I encourage them and always those that follow and watch us as well. And cut it down. We cut it up a little bit. It's a little tight warm. It's a little tad warm in here. We cut the AC up a little bit. Later on, they'll be hot and they're freezing. So we ain't gonna win. Probably get a fan and put it on, then cut it off, cut it on. We get all the hot people, put them in one spot, and all the cool people, and all the people that's cold, put them in another. So we'll get one side a heater, other side we'll give them air. Where all my heater people at? Who need a heater? Blood low. Y'all got low blood. Y'all got low iron. They got low. He said, yeah, you got low. You got low iron. Oh, that's low iron. How many of y'all agree it's warm in here? No. Christian, well, not for Christian from Mississippi, so It's like 130, well, about at least 142 degrees in the Delta. You know the Delta where you from? Oh, yeah. You can't get no hotter than the Delta. You go to Iraq, man, they be sitting out there, man, they need to cut some heat on over here. You got up in Iraq and you need some heat on. It's rough over there. That Delta hot. But plenty big mosquitoes. Like that, man. Look, hummingbird. You got hummingbird. They ain't got no mosquito. That's rough down there. Some places, I know South Carolina get pretty hot. They cook down. Y'all got some of that white dirt down there, don't you? Y'all got that white dirt down there? White dirt. That white dirt hot now. Y'all ain't got none of white dirt? Yeah, that white dirt hot. Mississippi got that white dirt? Yeah, that mostly clay on it. That dirt. Yeah. What you thinking? Y'all ain't got no white dirt? Got the dark dirt. That's what I'm saying. They got white dirt in Mississippi. Hold on, we got a Louisiana speaker. What you say, Louis? I know it got some white dirt down there. He from Louis. Yeah, chalk. They got some white dirt they eat. My aunt used to make me dig up mud. She used to make me dig up some dirt. She used to eat it. Y'all know about the people who eat that dirt in the country? My aunt had me dig up somebody dry. Man, my friend Candy like, what you doing? I was digging that dirt. I said, for my, they're like, y'all eat dirt? I said, God. Man, see how a little kid with that digging dirt, man, told me up in that neighborhood, man. Your aunt out here eating dirt, got her digging dirt so she can eat it, man. They're like, what in the world? Well, that happened. Y'all kids, these kids eat dirt. Well, probably not eating that generation. Well, y'all probably ain't been outside long to eat no dirt. How many of y'all kids ate some dirt? Ain't gonna do but make you better. Keep it real. That non-dirty, y'all folks ain't gonna make. You gotta have some mud in your system. How about y'all grown people? Y'all ate dirt? Palmer, quit trying to act all city. Palmer, no, nigga, look around, Palmer. Man, you can't, man, that mud pie, you be playing like, man, old stupid mud pie, you get that stick, you like, that bum against your lip, like, ugh. Y'all had mud pie? Y'all had a little mud pie, you cut your little slice with the stick. Yeah, just you want a little taste. You can't eat the whole thing there, Jeff. How much you ate, Jeff? He ain't eat no dirt. Oh, he grew up in New York. He'd be dead. You couldn't eat it in New York. Then you grew up in New York. You born in New York. Yeah, you can't eat no dirt up down. He's safe. He just gotta eat concrete. Yeah. That's all they can eat up there. They ain't got no dirt. Isn't it dirt in New York? I know that, right? They can't grow nothing but buildings. Buildings and rats. You seen a lot of rats up there? Look at, I got no. You ate dirt? You did. You ain't eating in New York. What I said? She went to South Carolina and ate that dirt. She said that's how she could see that monkey meat on the back of Haywood Neck. They talked about orangutans and stuff. They said that most meat on the gorilla will be like right up in that neck and on their back and right on the top of their hind part right here. I told her, hey, I'm gonna tear all that gorilla meat off of him. Anyone y'all ever fought a gorilla before? Anybody want to fight a gorilla? Anybody want to make it to Shaman? Gorilla fight soon as service, though. That's all I need to know. Hey, we want you to come in. We're going to have a conversation with you later. But anyway, our goal, our objective is to make sure we get this thing right. I can't stress that enough. I know I talked to you guys a lot about really examining yourself and making sure where you're at. That's something that's serious, and you need to do it because I don't want you to walk away, like you walked away before. Again, that kind of relates back over into even when they travel, it was real essential to teach them not to travel back the way they went. And a lot of times when you look at it, when you find yourself going back to old behaviors and old practices that you've done in the past, it's because you hadn't actually looked at, and we learned that from the Torah. So we can see where the law is not a bad thing for it. The law is actually a good thing. Because the law allowed us, if it had not been for the law, I wouldn't know what type of person I was. It was because of the things I found that I couldn't do, because I refused to do them, neglected to do them, or just played dumb to them. It allowed me to learn more about myself, as you'll learn about yourself if you're honest. When you start to go through and you look at the law, what it has to get a man to is to the most essential part of himself, and that's being true to himself. The average of us are not true to ourselves. Honestly, we're not. It's not something you do one time. It's something you do on a constant basis, because you'll slip back. If you're not careful, you'll slip back. You'll find yourself digressing instead of progressing. This is something you always have to do on a constant looking at. And sometimes because we'll tend to examine ourselves to a comfort level. If y'all do me a favor, if y'all take it, can anybody do like this? Can y'all do like this? Take this, I want you to pinch yourself. Hard as you can till you make it bleed. First person make it bleed, let me know. I'm still squeezing mine. Who getting blood? It's impossible. That's as far as you're gonna go, just like me. If you take it, bite yourself, you'll bite down. Once it get too much pressure, you ain't stupid. You're gonna let up. You're gonna like, you don't say, oh, I did it. I said, no, don't bite till you get through, all the way through to the bone. You're not. That's the reason why I had us do that, that's us. Why would I do something that's gonna hurt me? Why would you do something that's gonna hurt you? When Yahushua came across a man, he found a man that was cutting himself. And you know what he told him? You different than everybody else. See, you serious about your life. He says, this man's a lunatic. Because people don't typically do things like that that'll hurt themselves. When you have to sit down and look at the word and examine the word, what you have to do? I heard you, brother. He going. He tried his best to cover. His son sneezed, he died on top of trying to wrap him up. Nobody getting away in him. You feel like you got to sneeze. I don't get it. That's your check. I'm trying to get. What the man gonna tell him that's his check? But listen, you don't never know what to get out of y'all people. You never know. But it's something when you look at it, you really consider. Nobody wants to do anything that's gonna hurt themselves. When it comes down to the word, it hurts, but it hurts to an end of getting you to perfection. Anytime you're unraveling yourself and you have to really get down to the real nitty-gritty of who you are and really what you kind of keep back and what you protect. Everybody got a protection spot. It's just like if a person leg hurt, if I try to go for that leg, you're gonna try to do everything I want to keep you away from because it's already hurting. I don't want to be touched. I'd rather not touch it. Just do something else. I don't want to do it. And when you start to look at really getting in and unraveling yourself and really seeing you for who you are, nobody really want to do that. People are faking and act like they do. Nobody does. But it's essential that we do it. So sometimes what happens is, since we won't, he does it. He'll allow things to happen, situations to come up in our life to where it really gets you down and you have to sit and say, I need to really process what type of person I am. It is. And it looks like a bad thing. A lot of y'all, how many when you go through, you find it to be, well, maybe he don't like me, maybe he don't love me, maybe he don't want me saved. But you don't realize a lot of that is getting you to a point of consideration. Just like Ehud. Ehud got to his most purest point when he lost everything. Why would he examine himself when everything's clicking for me? I got it, my servants, my kids, I own all this stuff, I got all these things. Ehud, we never found him giving such in-depth testimony or a searching of himself until things happened, until he lost everything. Till even his own wife questioned him and said, you probably need to go ahead and curse him so you can die. And though it seemed like words of a foolish woman, it also put him in a situation where I really need to go through and start examining myself. Even his friends around him became critics of him. Maybe you ain't as right as you've been thinking. And why ain't let him know, I never really thought you were that right to me in my book. But it set him on what we would call soul searching. And that's a good thing at the end of the day because he really got a chance to go through himself and really just look at with everything I've obtained, I've gotten, look at where I'm at now. And a lot of times we will mistake things for Sadiq, for righteousness. Things don't make Sadiq. Sadiq gonna come from a person's works. Okay, this is how you're gonna verify as being Sadiq. Even with saying, okay, I'm not gonna grade you by the Torah still sets the pinnacle of where a man should be. That's still a pinnacle of where a man should be, because if that's the case, Yahushua would have never been able to fulfill it. He came through and fulfilled what man should be. He proved that I made man upright. And he showed that man can be upright. It's all about what we're really willing to do. How much harm and affection we have in things to really get to where we gotta be is basically stripping us down. You do. We had to be stripped down. I'm gonna tell y'all with me. When I did make the transition of changing over of my life, leaving my past, I left everything. I had a business, selling dope, apartment, other stuff. Jewelry, all kind of. I just got rid of everything. Everything I bought that I had, I got rid of. I didn't want to keep in it. The TVs, everything. So I just gave them away. I ain't keep none of the furniture. I don't know, I just got rid of everything. I just wanted everything to remind me of that past, just get rid of everything. It looked ridiculous to people. They looked, man, you got that stuff a long time ago. But I still felt like, to me, it gave me an attachment to where I was. You know what I'm saying? It still kept me that attachment to where I was, in a sense. And I had an opportunity to go back to that. A situation happened. I talked about got fired for turning down a job. Who gets fired for turning down a job? So with that, nail in the tire, I was like, boy, it's just like everything happening. I didn't have $6 to get a plug in my tire, but the guy on the shop knew me. He was like, don't worry about it. You just get back with me later. Another guy knew, rolled by and asked me how I was doing. I was telling him, told him what happened. He was like, you good with me? He like, I set you up. I sat there and I looked. I said, that's all I need. I said, all I got to do is one flip, just flip. I said, but then flip it again so I can make sure I'll be good. So this time while I'm be good, I ain't gonna, it just wasn't making sense. Cause now like, I'm gonna have to flip again. You constantly something. Anybody in that game, you'll never get to where you need to be. You're a liar. You'll never get it. You're chasing your tail. You'll never get it. Everything you got is still continue. You gotta keep going back. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize drug dealers can put them fronts on. It's a rat race. Cause your mind constantly, you always gotta remember, these people watching you. Somebody told on you. It's a constant, your mind constantly turning. They can play the game. That's why you'll find drug dealers, they're gonna stay high. They're gonna party, they're gonna drink, because they know their mind racing. They gotta get it out. They already know what happened. Let me tell you what I was waiting on really. I was waiting for the feds to really just knock on the door. You know what your life like? You just sit here and wait on folks just knock on your door. And they're like, I'm ready to go. And when they run, it's just like you just ready to go. Because you're just tired. Or you know what I'm saying? You running, everybody around you going to jail. It's like your numbers, you numbered. It's like, how long you think this gonna work? You know these guys talking. And it's like you just really just sending these people waiting to say, we're the head of federal one, man. We him for this indictment. So what do you think my life was like? It's mind-boggling. You know, you see me, I stayed high. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like the only norm for me, it was to stay high just to keep your mind from just, you see him waiting, you seeing car, anything look a little funny, you watching it forever. Even if it's out of my sight, I'm still watching to see if it turn around and come back. Then I wait, another one come, I said, they use a different car. They got somebody else coming. Then somebody else coming. So you sit here and you just wasting all this time trying to figure, was it that car or this car that went this way? Maybe it was the other car. And you just realizing, your mind bottle is just killing you. When I tell you that, you really have to be in a situation where this is it. This is it. And for me, I'll be honest with a lot of us, I'll include all of us, you're not there. You're not there. You're not there. Because you found another way to get around. And I did it. And the reason I know, because I did it. I get past that situation and I say, you know what, I'm going to stop. And I would. I stop for a short time and I go right back. And I justify it with a reason, what I got to do and who I help and what I do. And you keep trying to find these reasons to kind of make it seem like what you're doing is right. I know you might look at, well, I want a drug dealer, so you know what he's saying don't make sense to me. But this is the problem is you're a person that tries to justify the way how you go and try to make it okay because of other people. Or you try to make it as though you have a purpose for what you're doing when there is no purpose. The only purpose we really got is for us to serve him. Committing ourselves to it. Saying it, I mean, it's easy to come out of your mouth. But actually doing it, making him primary, making everything else secondary, thinking less of yourself, thinking more of his will, it ain't easy. It's a lot you got to do. It's stuff I take out people. I had somebody did something, they said something. I was going to go see them people. They had no idea, but as soon as it went, I just let it went that way. I said, value. All I got to do, place set everything, put in a value point. To do what? Because where I'll go with this, it don't even go to that. It ain't worth it. You'll do better, just keep moving. But that comes with me realizing, finally coming to a point, look at that, stop thinking so much of yourself. Why nobody can't say something to you that you don't like? Who you supposed to be, nobody can't say? What makes you exempt in the world, nobody can't say something you don't like? Don't say nothing I don't like, I do. Who you supposed to be that you can waste that kind of time? How many people in the world got mouths? You plan on stopping all these people's mouths? So you start looking at value points. So he put us in a situation, I understand why he allowed things to happen. Because it's easy to say, I've changed, I'm willing to do. But until you can actually get put in the situation, you don't really know what you'll do. I mean, for me, it's a change, but you know what? I don't mind it. I don't feel like I got jilted. I don't feel like I'm getting beat, because at the end of the day, I know why I'm doing what I do. Y'all understand? If you don't, I think I thought I did, but let me say this. Why I say I thought I did. Because the reactions that I gave off for things really said I didn't believe. That's why I said I didn't. But if you ask me, I did. You got what I'm saying? I believed him, but I didn't believe him wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? If Kerry took this from me and this was valuable, come on, they can just see you on camera. You ain't get no check. That's not a check. Okay? That's it. Ryan, I told him it's not a check. What you supposed to say? That's all we can say, hopefully. Thank you, Ryan. This is the most valuable thing I got. I mean, and you take this is my whole world. And you take this, I won't have nothing else. Okay? But I'm just gonna you get this all I got. Okay? So you get this big money. But I need to make sure first that we know this everything I got. You know what I'm saying? You get that. I got to do something to you. I got to, because this is everything I got. Yeah. At that point, guess what I just said? I ain't got Elohim. If he took this and this was my whole world, then what I have? The only reason why I tell you that, this is where I've been in my life. Everything had been our whole world. You know, it could be a spouse, it could be your child, it could be your house, it could be your career, it could be your bank account. And if somebody touches or does something to it, you gotta. I mean, it's no way. It's because then it's a disrespect. And now, how people gonna look at you? What people gonna think about you? Yeah. That you let somebody do that to you. Now you make yourself to where everybody gonna come and do it to you. Is everybody gonna come take that from me? But I just put that in my mind. So who's my enemy now? Who am I fighting? Everybody. And I say that because you will create a world in yourself that don't really exist. It's a world you create like a guy in a gang. I gotta do it because nigga gonna. Everybody not actually looking to take from you. Everybody's really not thinking about how many of y'all here looking to take from people. So let me ask y'all a question. So all the people in the world that's not trying to take from people are in this room. Am I correct? And a member of this synagogue. And I ain't saying people not and people don't, but we'll take our past sometime. We'll take the bad side of ourselves and we'll take the anger and hate we have for someone else or other people and we'll put it on everybody else. I don't trust niggas. Niggas can't be trusted. You ain't gonna believe what they call me nationality, a nigga. So we tend to take things because of the type of person we are, and you'll let that filter out, and you'll make that a situation that is everybody, when it's not everybody. The average person pretty much wants the same thing. Even a drug dealer gang member. You know why people get in the game? For protection. For protection. People want to be with somebody they feel like protect them. They want to feel like somebody has their back. They want to be with somebody they feel like associated with it. People want respect. It's just the way we go about doing it a lot of times become detrimental. And if people got more to a state of mind of humbling themselves to realize, allow him to work for us. The true thing for me with Yahushua, I find more than anything, is the character of the person he was. You won't find a man that measures up to that character of the person he was. The fact that you have everything, you can command anything, you could do anything, yet you restrict yourself to a principle and to a value, to where when you can look, think about when you see people with stuff, when you can say, all you gotta do is speak the word and you can have it, yet he resisted that. He resisted every will of the flesh to submit himself to the will of Elohim to show us something. That man can actually survive without admitting things we feel like we have to have. I know sometimes I feel like, I'm living, I just don't live, I don't like living like this close to the edge. I mean, living this close to the edge has a value to it because it makes you consider and appreciate. It makes you a value. When a person got it, it don't make no difference. I mean, what you know, I just throw it away. It's nothing. And before you know it, you lose it all. Just like the relationship, for me, the relationship with him is more, I've learned that to allow my relationship with him to be greater than any monies, any relationship with anybody else, any things, possessions, and I'm willing to separate simply because I saw a pattern with this man. If he separated from everything to come down and just humble himself, to make himself of no reputation, to not put himself up to be a big eye, or if people might call it, or try to get fame from people, but yet trying to please the Father. The will of the Father became the most essential thing that he sought. But for us, that's a hard part of us to do because we look at typical typically people in general formulate their character from what? TV shows, athletes, rappers, whomever. We do. Would y'all not agree? If you look at yourself and look, there are some people that you've taken things from over the course of your life, whether it's an uncle, a cousin, a father, or whatever, and you kind of more or less masked ourselves into this person. And sometimes if you look at the hurts you've encountered in your life and situation, some of them have been from some of the things we masked. Just like me. Think about it. Think about some of the things you looked at, some of the things you saw, whether it pushed you into a hurt and you masked yourself to be this person that I'm destructive and outdo these things, and it wound up being a thing that brings us to a hurt until you come to an honesty with yourself. You know, with our coop, we do some daytime meditation and the breathing and doing different things. Do y'all feel like it helps? It gives an opportunity to stop and just to consider and give homage back to who gives all things. You know, you're like, you know, how do you keep your mind on him? By incorporating him in everything we do. In conversation, and behavior, even when they walk, they're supposed to talk about him. So you keeping yourself, think about this. He'll keep him in perfect peace. What was it? Mind and state. Where's your shalom at? Now don't think about, oh, that means Lanita ain't gonna be messing with me and they ain't gonna be messing with me. That's a small part. It entails so much more than what we're thinking. We talking about prosperity, we talking about wealth. Prosperity ain't always your monetary or you have so much, but he makes sure I got sufficient. You know what I'm saying? You think about a homeless man ain't asking to be rich, he just wants somewhere to stay. When a homeless person came, you say, hey man, nigga just trying to get rich. They ask you, I'm just trying to get something to eat. You let me get $1, whatever you can spare. Cause they looking at it, that's not practical. To ask and expect you to give me $1 million, $10 million to pull me out. It's not practical. Remember Eddie Murphy on Trading Places? When they picked up, he said, he's trying to figure out, so let me get it straight. You saying this mine, and this mine too. I guess this mine too, right? He said, no, this stuff happens every day. You know what I'm saying? Just the other day this happened, because it's not practical. You know, although it's a movie, you can see, is that practical? That somebody comes up and just give you a future out of nowhere? Even with Yahushua, it's not practical. He's just going to give it to you either. It's something we're going to have to do to obtain this. The Ruach HaKodesh, having a mindset, it's something we have to do to obtain. I don't want to live a lie. People in religion are notorious for living lies. They're not practical. They're not realistic in conversation. They tell you some stuff. You say, you just lost me then. You know, I tell my God, I said, my God, you do. And you be sitting here saying, I can't say no stuff like that. You say that, man, I tell the angel, I say, go before me now. You sit here saying, what you did? They lose you, because you got to get up right now and tell them, go before me now. You thinking, go before me now. Hope I don't get struck down. Am I supposed to be doing? Because they sit you out thinking there's some crazy conversation you have, when it's really a conversation that entails you just being honest with yourself of where you at. How many of y'all have fears? How many of y'all have phobias? How many, let me ask you, the people that read, how many of y'all felt like you were probably the only person that had fears? See, that's how it's designed. Who walks up and say, hey, man, how you doing? Man, I have fears. Man, gonna figure out, man, get away from me, nigga, you gay? Because they teach, think about it, for men don't have that, because now, the reason why I'm gonna say that, or he gonna say it, because typically we're taught that men, you don't open yourself up. They make you vomit, so he's gotta say, man, I'm at this nigga, he gay, nigga trying me, because these are fears they give us. No, a lot of the resistant fights you get back from people, it's on cause of the fear. Everybody really, people, let me tell you something. People are bad to an extent because that's what they know. Look at us, what do we do? I tell you about me, fornication, lying, drinking, homemugging. I'm practicing homosexual as a child, but that don't justify now. I didn't say that for no justification. But anyway, it happened, okay? I don't try to justify that, okay? And I say that to say, being realistic with yourself, being practical with yourself, it gives me a chance to create myself to be somebody different. Versus everything I hide and keep it because it's still something I hold. Okay, I'm trying to have it. Why are you hiding and keep it? Because it's still something I hold. Now, as a kid, I used to hide money on my mattress. You know why? Because I ain't want it no more. I hide under my bed. Y'all agree, right? I hide it because I hid under it because I don't ever want it again. So what happened? I kept it somewhere because I wanted to keep it so I could have it for another time. And that's something we don't realize because we feel like people have this power over us and people can hold stuff over our head. You had to give people that. I mean, when we first started confessing, I was like, people know your business. What people gonna do? People gonna use it on you. I had to allow you to be able to do that. I only confess it because those are things that I can truly mean are my past. Now, whether you hold and say, "Am I that nigga still?" I have nothing to do. I can't control your mind. Wait, that's where you are, and you're only there because you don't want to let go of who you are. And when you see somebody else release the change, you're gonna have to be a critic of them. You got to be a hater of them because you still embodied with. You're trapped. Let me tell you something. I'm a free man. I can go wherever I want to go. I'm telling this one. No one will tell you, anybody know me, come here, they can say, that's a different nigga. That nigga gonna be like that. That nigga, they're gonna be telling you a lie. I'm the same place anywhere I go. I learned I'm better being me. And that's being comfortable with who I am, knowing my decision, considering my decision. The decision I made to turn my life around to do what I'm doing was for the better of me. It was for the better of me. You will be a better you when you learn how to let go of you and start realizing, I ain't got no fight with the world. I did. I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize, man, I was fighting everything, fighting everybody. Did you say something? You wouldn't even talk, because it's like I feel like I have to be ready. You got to walk like this. It ain't physical, it's in your mind. You always got to be ready to fight. You try to, did you touch my pocket? I'm sorry, the old me keep kicking up. You keep looking for reasoning that you thinking you're protecting yourself, and all you're doing is keeping yourself isolated from. Submitting to a will. That's hard, especially men. We've been played. You didn't have a father, you lost an advantage. So now you had to create something for yourself to be this, to look like I had it all, or I got it all together. And the whole time, the only person you mess and hurt is yourself. Because there are people that can help. Let me tell you something. I have some of the most talented people in the world right here. The members of the Way of Yah. I'm not just saying that. Y'all know I ain't gonna lie, because I get on y'all when y'all wrong. Y'all know, I tell you, right? Very talented, very talented. When I told you, Cam, you among some of the best people you're gonna find. All of them ain't here, some of them on the other side of that camera. I mean that now. They know. Will I keep y'all here if I feel otherwise with you? No, I don't hide, no. I ain't hiding nobody, ain't covering nobody. Everybody is a work in progress, not just him. It's really getting down to the simplicity part of ourselves. I feel like I made myself so complex. I want to talk about me. I want to talk about me, because it's easy to talk about you and tell you about you and what you need and what you got to do. But I lived a real complicated way because of all the things I've had to do. It felt like all of my life, and it'll transpire over. And before you know it, you don't realize you done kept your guard up against something when it came down for help. You fought it. You fought help. And I fought the help that he tried to give me because I felt like maybe the help was going to leave me vulnerable. And nobody wants to be vulnerable, do they? Everybody feels like, I don't want to be vulnerable. I don't want to look weak. I don't want nobody to try me. I don't want nobody to try to hurt me or take nothing from me. Then it becomes the end. I had to really look. I had to start examining with him. Where did it put my relationship at with him? Because he had to look at, you know, you're doing a lot of fighting. You're doing a lot of proving yourself to people. Is it because you don't believe I'm here? You know, I'm going to tell you something you can do. You can believe with restrictions. Y'all mind me talking about myself? No, sir. I believe with restrictions, which means I believe, but make no mistake, I will hurt you. Which meant I didn't trust him enough to say, let me let you work. I'm going to let him read this so I can just read it. Can we talk today? Like, tell me, can we talk? Let me say, y'all came here for something. I have always been a proponent for this. I don't want you to come here and not get what you came for. You need the truth. You need the truth. You need the truth from me. You need the truth about this whole situation, what you're in, because everybody in the world is doing something. And when you watching everybody in the world doing something, you tell me it don't make you question what you're doing? I'm past that. I've been there. There's no way you doing this. You tell me all these people out here just on 138 up and down, on I-20, and you still got 85, 75. You still got 285 loop. You got I-10, and you here, and all these people wrong and you right. It's a lot of things you got to ask yourself about. Because if you're not sure about it, before you know it, you're going to be on 285 and I-20 and 85 and 75, trying to find your way. I'm good with where I'm at, Rock. I really am. I'm really good with it. I'm not in a situation where, but I'm kind of leaning somewhat toward. I've been there. You can be there and still be here. They had a song years ago, your body's here with me. Where your mind at? But your mind is on. No, I'm not. Don't do it. Come on. My brother just called. Come on. I seen a rock. Come on. My brother called. I know. I seen it. Come on. My brother called. He said, also, they'll try to point at the person next to him. That'd be 2 checks, please. I know that'd be 2 checks. Man, it's almost like a double payday, ain't it? I seen you, though. I seen anybody. Once my brother called y'all, it's out of my hand. Y'all know I'm a proponent. I told my brother, I said, these are good people. He said, just keep watching. Did you like that song before?
I don't even remember that song, to be honest with you. I didn't listen to that.
Yeah.
You didn't?
Yeah, we be watching. Twinkle, twinkle. That's how we've been. You can be here, but because of situations, because of things we in battle we deal with. Even with me, I used to deal with this. If you got a situation coming up Monday, and that's to you a critical, serious situation, it's gonna play on you the whole weekend time. The whole time you hear the word, because you're looking at, I'm here, and I'm trying to do this, but my mind is really sitting on Monday. Because life gives you these different obstacles. And the whole goal is to see if you can still stay focused on what it is you're supposed to stay focused on and have enough confidence in he's going to do what he said he'll do. And the only way for that to happen, don't do it because somebody told you. Don't do it. I did that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. Let me do this. If you know he make a way out of no way, wave your hand. Just wave your hand. You know he'll way make, everybody know. So, okay, now stop. Now, some of y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all, tell me what way he made out of no way. Somebody just tell me. I got one. What you got? Okay, come on, big man. Come on, man. Y'all heard he said? Yes, sir. That's a good answer. He said, when Mizraim, come on up and say, here, come on. Give me a hand clap, come on. Look at the brother. Come on, brother. Man, this brother used to be to get out of the street. This brother, he just starving for nothing. Don't worry about it now. He's starving for nothing, brother. What you say, brother? That's all. Give him another hand clap, man. No, but come on. When I was saying it though, what you said is typically what we'll say. What I wanted was what he did for you. You see what I'm saying? And that was it. No, what he was saying, you see, so now what we have here, and this is us. Pretty much all your stuff been recited. This is the goal. This was kind of more or less the aptitude, a foundation for allowing you to see situations where he worked for somebody else. So like when you read Bibles and you see something and say, do such, you order it. Y'all order it, sit on the counter and say you believe in it or you take it. So you can do what? So you can get the same results, right? Well, if you've been reading this and you hadn't actually taken the product yourself, because what he did is typically what we do. We're going to recite back to this. That's not helping us. That's good to have it for memorization, but we actually got to make it work inside your faculties. Is that something you actually know? Well, I read it. I know I read it. What's it, 2 or 3 witnesses? I'm still going back here. And his goal was to take this and transform it and put on the inside, in the inward part. This is why all your functionality is happening inside of you. So I need this to get here. I need to see it operate in your members. All you telling me is using him for a demonstration. Okay, I already know that. How'd that help me? When Mizraim was behind them, and what happened? And the Red Sea was in front of them, what happened? He opened the sea. There you go. That's it. I'm saying now. That's what we'll read that. You see what I'm saying? Until now, that whole situation was to get us to what point? So when I get in a situation where I don't see how I'm gonna get this mortgage paid. I don't see, and then I got other stuff on the back side of me. Can I correlate that situation to this? I'm not. It's different. See, I'm looking for a Red Sea every day. I'm looking for some chariots and horses. Then, oh, look at my God. I'm just saying, now I got the confidence. He said, so you really didn't understand. I wasn't trying to tell you you're going through the exact same situation, but you'll hit situation that will be so much similar. And it's your job to take what you learn and start to allow it to operate and understand it and process it in the midst of other situations. Let me tell you something. All this stuff so easy to recite, repeat is ridiculous. Easy to recite, harder part of living it. And why that become? Because the same situation, we don't see them the same way. I can see the sea. Somebody check me, I see the red and the sea red. And I see horse and chariot. And I said, oh, look at my God now. Good. It's the same exact situation. But he wants me to believe him on. Guess what, Tony Smith? You're not going to have a literal sea in front of you. You're not going to have a literal arm behind, but you're going to have a situation. You're going to have to face this right here in front of you. And you can't see how to get past it. And you have a situation this ain't the only situation. I got something telling right on the back of this. And I'm at the end. Guess what I say? I just quit. I'm leaving. I failed. Because I was supposed to revert back and understand this and use that toward this situation. If he told me he's the same yesterday and today, they don't change. He said, I hadn't changed. If you put your full confidence in me and then allow. But we do this. You want to kiss something, they try to put, you uncut, you don't want that on. Why they trying to put the alcohol? They want you to holler and scream. Because we're trying to get the infection. I'm trying to help you. I don't want to touch it. It hurt. And that's how we are with situations. Because it's sensitive to us. We don't really want to trust him enough to allow him to do something. The only way for that to happen, situation had to rise. That's the only reason things happen in y'all life. How many of y'all going through something right now? And you know why? Because there's no way you're going to show you trust him. How's we going to do it? How's we going to do it? I'm just going to read this. Whew, that's it right there. I believe everything he said. It don't work like that. I'm going to read this, and this happened to them, so it's no effect to me on any one of these situations. Whether they got killed, whether they were crippled, whether they were blind, I'm alive, I can see, I can walk. So all it is words on a paper, and that's a story. Until I allow this situation to come, and when things happen, for me to trust him enough to set back and to allow. That's something I realized I'd never done that. You spend your whole life fighting and just going after things and doing things, and you never really trust him enough to say, why wouldn't I know what's best for you? Why would I do anything less than what's best for you in your situation? Sometimes we're looking, I'm saying, but I'm looking at, why I can't have what Ray got? Why I can't at least be down? We believe the same thing because Ray is in a different situation I'm in, and everything that worked for Ray don't work for Tony. Everything that worked for Tony don't work for Bruce, and it don't work for Danny, it don't work for Stacia. It don't. And sometimes how we'll judge things is what someone else is at or what they have versus, I don't know what these people commitments are. I don't know how far they're willing to go. The only person I can truly tell and testify to their commitment is mine, whether it's the truth or a lie. But trying to justify or certify somebody else, that's not my position, yours either. Never ask you to certify nobody else. This is about us certifying ourselves. When you certify, it's official. That's the whole purpose of why we come here. If you've been coming for something other than really being honest with yourself and look, how many of y'all hear what I'm saying? You can kind of see where your problem is, honestly. I mean, that's up. Guess what? You're not a bad person for want to make changes. You're a bad person when you don't, because you leave yourself vulnerable for destruction. Why would I want to hurt myself? When I look at how I am now versus how I process things then, it's like I was a madman. I was a fool. I took me on one of the wildest binges of my life. I was reckless. I was irresponsible. I did a lot of stuff to myself that could have landed me in some places I shouldn't even be in. So now I am to a point where I really look at it saying, I like being honest with myself. I like going through now and opening the tongue smack, because I don't ever want him to be able to keep something and he'll go back to it and it hurt him later. I come too far to come this far just to die now? To die wrong when I want to be right? It's insult to injury. Let's get this right quick. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Y'all probably don't want me up here, do you?
Yes, sir.
This is Romans 15:4. My confidence in one. Above all. I ain't saying I ain't got no confidence in nobody else. But above all. That came with something now. 4.
Whatever Nikatab before, Nikatab Talamadus.
Teacher, show us, instructor.
So that through endurance,
going through without quitting,
and through the Nakum of the Ketubim,
comfort of the writings,
we might have tikva.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's my confidence. That's my confidence. Having a cord gives you hope. That rope gave them hope. So we have to look at a couple of things. How about that? Let's see something right quick. See if Barashik. Nothing new. Some of you know. Barashik. Chapter 3. Let's say 7. Verse 7. Y'all give me a little bit. I'm going to try to get out y'all way. I know y'all came here to eat. And him. I'm here too now. Three and 7. Let's see. Listen.
Then the of both of them were opened.
What happened?
And they knew that they were naked.
So what did they do?
And they sewed leaves of fig ots together and made for themselves loin coverings.
So no doubt why we came here with something to consider. What was it? What did they put for covering? What word? Naked. I don't know. Kagaroth. For what? Naked? Loin coverings. Let's look at don't worry about it. I was just curious what they put up now. And the reason why I asked is because what they did is what we do. You learn how to mask yourself. When you know you've done wrong, you learn how to mask yourself, how to cover up. We've done it. That's what we do. That's why you'll find people like you'll find, why do they be drinking? Why? Let me tell you, with drinking, it just gives you a chance to kind of escape the inevitable sometimes. When you know what your life entails, where you feel like you know you're going, you just want to drink. You just want to just get rid of it, just get over it. And I did it. I just wanted to get the day over with. I was trying to get the day over with. I just felt like, that's how I felt like I was cheating death. I did what I had to do, and I just go on to drink. So I just I would go. I got to a point I just stopped really kind of going out. I just go home, and I'll sit out smoking. I just drink to just get through. So I know the while I go to sleep, and that day will be over. I got through that day. You know what I'm saying? So I can get up the next day, and I want to hurry up and do what I had to do. And I felt like if I did it fast enough, I wouldn't be caught. Then I get back home, and I can go back, and I can just smoke and drink, just lock myself in the house, and just kind of stay away from people in a sense. And you just, your life, you look for every out to kind of make things easier, and all you did was complicate things for yourself. Because you created these habits, and you created these phobias, and you created other things that more or less trap you in, and you didn't realize your life trapped you. Like, man, we're gonna go. I be like, I said, man, I'm in. I ain't going nowhere. I'm in. I just want to counter. You feel like if you lessen yourself for people, lessen yourself from making lesser communication with people, you feel like you were less to get yourself in trouble, less to do things, and then that was giving people the blame for my own behaviors. People couldn't make me do nothing they ain't want to do. I deal with people now all the time. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they're white, Chinese. You ain't making me give up my ethnicity. You ain't making me get high. You ain't making me get no hoes. You ain't making me drink. People don't influence me like that. Because I got out of making other people responsible for what I did. You know, man, you know how niggas is. Y'all know how niggas is. Sometimes we pass it, but you never consider, quote unquote, you what we would call a nigga. So we can all use these things and don't realize we are our biggest problem. I told her that over and over. We are our biggest problem. What these people did is what we do. You mask. That's what they did. They covered it up. They covered it up. They gave them their boldness. They gave them their security. But their shame still showed up. The only reason I say that, this is us. You masking, but your shame gonna still show up. See, once you can free yourself from what you've done, once you can get to a point of you break away from these things, then you can start looking at, you take away the power people got over you. It was stuff, I told y'all, when I grew up, my cousin and them, I had one aunt, she would tell, and then we do something, you had to tell it that day. You go tell on somebody that day, you're gonna whip it. You getting it, because you should have told her when it happened. Man, that whole day, man, my cousin them trapped me in. I was younger when they trapped me. Because me and this mouth and me it was all the time like I be in trouble. They'd be like, I don't want to do something I do. They said, don't worry, I'm finna go ahead and tell. Mom, I said, no, tell. I said, so I'm their slave for the whole, man, I'm sitting here like this sun ain't gonna go down. I feel like Yahushua on the cross. I'm like, these jokers gonna lock me down all day and use me. They want something like, man, they be like, somewhere I'm gonna go. They run, I gotta catch these Bigfoot jokers, foot this long. Country foot way long and the toes ain't made right. The big toe sit way too far from the other. You know, your toe supposed to like drop down a little bit. They toe be like, this big toe over here, little toe up here. You like, that's why they so fast, because they toe don't know they ain't right. I be looking, I try to figure it out. You ain't fast with me, it's them toes. So anyway, they just lock you down for the whole day. You gotta be subservient to them, take the junk, wait till the sun. After that, it's off. So you dealt with a fear. You had this fear. No doubt that played a part of me growing up and not recognizing, you know, looking at people holding stuff over you and what people can do. And you know what you realize? I allowed people to trap me. The easiest thing for me is just go ahead and get out of what I was doing, accept responsibility for what I've done. So I would stop doing it or just stop doing it altogether while we have to worry about it. But we typically take the easiest way, which is what? I just had to kiss up and do what they tell me to do till I can get out of it. And felt like I fixed the situation. I hadn't fixed the situation because I still created this situation. And I never, like I said, them bastards held me down. Them bastards, talking about from what I did. You got what I'm saying? Sometimes you realize we build our own walls. We build our own security. And that's a reason why he tears it down and takes it from us. Because until man can really address himself and deal with himself to who he actually is, you'll never change. You'll never change. I know. You can be that person all your life. I had older cousins like that. They said been like this all my life. One, he died like he said he'd been like that all his life. You know, it's sad that you count yourself out all your life and you still living. How can it be all your life you still living? When do you get too old that you can't? Come on, me, hang here. Wake up. You'll sleep too early for that. So we had a guy, I'm trying to help him, he stay up, you know, right? Because that ain't gonna want somebody to get his plate for him. He got to get up and get it now, walk, so he can stay woke. Run in place, just down. Y'all see, y'all come too far. I tell y'all about it, y'all come too far to be sleeping. That's all y'all, listen, y'all got too much on the table. You gonna sleep, you gonna wake up one day and live up your eyes. I'm gonna try to get you in that trailer. I'm gonna get you now, I'm gonna come in there. I ain't like, I'm gonna put on a black, like, clan man. I'm gonna stand here with that silker, with that sword, and make it out the green ripple. I was gonna tell him. I said, oh, I got something for it behind. I showed it, I told him. But I said, if he died, I was going to pull that shit up on him and get back out there. If I scared, listen, I want to cut all these cameras off. I finna erase all that film. They'll be like, he just went. I was like, yeah, he just went. That's all we know. Wipe my hand off all that stuff and eat back out of the lady. Walk out backwards. Like they covered up Newark, they went out backwards. Eat right on out of there. But no, but again, the reason why we're having this conversation is to really get to being honest with ourselves. You are trapped. And the reason I know, because I was trapped. You allow people to trap. You feel like people have something. People can hold you. Listen, nobody can do nothing to you that he won't allow. Nothing. Nobody has a strong hold over you. Nobody can, hey, they just got this on me. People don't have nothing on you. You have to give people that. And that's something that Yahushua tried to get us to see the whole time. Let's look at something. Now, you saw what they did, right? Let's look at something right quick. Let me see the third. Let's see see that Matthew 28, 27. Let me see 35. Let me see that one more. Listen.
And it came to pass, when they crucified him, they divided up his garments between them and cast lots to fulfill what was said by the power of the Nabi. They divided my garments up among them, and for my clothes cast lots.
So let me ask you a question. Where did they leave him at? Huh? Naked, exposed, vulnerable. Exposed and vulnerable. You saw how he fought it and ran and got the fig leaf? And he did the same thing that they did with Adam. When Adam covered himself up, he went among trees to hide himself. They put him up on a tree. He put himself up to expose himself. What was his shame for? I know we're talking about his physical, the feeling we look at. I don't about look at me naked, people looking at me, staring at me, old perverts, old sickos or whatever. And a lot of it is more internal than what you think it is, that you worry about external. Because I'm afraid if you see me naked, then you'll question other things about me. You might question every conversation I had or things I told you. You might start to just go back, start processing things, and you might see me differently. And that's a lot of time how we do things. We worry about how people see us and what people think about us or what people say about us. And none of that put how much food in your stomach? How much constipation did that cause? None. It's all words. It's all words. You had to give people the power to put you in these situations. And I say it because a lot of times we've been guilty of it. Somebody else out there having all this fun, they doing all this stuff. Well, am I behind in here? They got there doing this, I'm in here. And you don't realize you was out there, weren't you? You had fun the whole time you was out there? Because you did, you wouldn't be him. What make you think all these people having all this fun? You know how dumb we are. We was out there. So how much fun? Every day you was out there, you had fun. Before you came, how much consideration you were doing? How many times things start coming in mind, you need to make a change, or you start thinking about your mortality? You think these people not? That's why I told you we kill the conversation of blaming people and looking at people wrong when they're not here. People doing the same thing you've done. Reality sets in. You can't do it. Listen, you can't fornicate, you can't commit adultery, you can't drink and smoke, and you can't lie but so long. Eventually it gets to an end, it gets old, because if you're a liar, the people with you liars. The people, and all you can do is see yourself, and then you see yourself sometime in the way you realize, this ain't how I want my life to end. I don't want to die like this. But a lot of time, what it is the fear of transitioning or how people look at you. You look weak now. Like you just quit, you just left, you just gave up and put us behind, but you start to consider your own mortality. And you should. On a daily basis, you should consider your mortality. Because just as so as you got it and you didn't give it to yourself, what makes you think you can keep it? How many of y'all made yourself alive? Then you ask yourself, if there is not a Elohim and you are alive, how exactly did you get here? And then you couldn't control when you came in. How you going to control when you go out? So somewhere in the middle of this process, I came in with no knowledge of how I came in. I was introduced to people that I told were mother and father. And I have been living a life. But then I come into the acknowledgement of I'm also going to leave him without an agreement of myself or the will of myself. But this all has been predicated on some issues and situations that he set and he allows. So in the midst of my creation and my death, I got to get some kind of connection with this man. I got to have something that when I leave him, I can transfer out and I don't have to see myself in the same suffering or situation. I didn't transition so I could come here and do this, then die and suffer. There are things he's giving me now and give us an opportunity to sit down to allow to really process and learn who you are. That's so precious to me over everything I got. Being able to be good with myself. I spent most of my life not being good with myself. I felt most of my life being disappointed with decisions I made. Like, why? Why did I make a bad decision? Why did I do that? How did that happen? How did I let that happen? And he allowed me to realize, because that's you. That's what you do. And I need to see I did that. So in order to do differently, I wouldn't put my confidence in myself. So with everything that go on with us in our life, it happens for a reason. It's not without, nothing in your life going on. Everybody here got something going on. Nothing in your life is happening without reason. What you don't want to do is you don't want to really think about it in depth. It's easier to say somebody else. It's easier to associate it with other people. But it's you. It's your situation. It happened because he wants you to consider. He wants me to consider. He wants to sit down and process, how did you get to this estate? Y'all got it? That situation he told y'all about with Ms. Raheem, coming out Ms. Raheem, that was built up of what we call a trust situation. When Yahuwah came out and gave him his Torah, which was for life. Y'all got that? The Torah was given them for life. Y'all understand that? Yes, just like with Adam and Kaur. Because he told them that the day they would eat of that tree, what was supposed to happen, Justin? So they was going to die the day that they did what? So what did he get them before they ate it? What did he tell them? He gave them Torah, direction. That's all Torah. He gave them law, Torah, not to. So what was the law predicated on? It was on life. That was the purpose of trying to get them to get it. It was life. You living here, you worried about dying. Just do what I say. And then don't just tell her, I gave you an order on what to do. You can do this. You can name that. You can do this. You can even go to the Yom. Listen, whatever you want to call them. You can, listen, you hungry. I got the best food. Not the fish Dave and Boot ate. This right. Oh, no. I'm sorry. But anyway, I don't know how that came on Boot. So anyway, he gave him, so he showed him the tree. You can eat. But when you eat from this one, you serve your existence for immortality. Y'all got it? So now, it shows us that the Torah, the law, was actually given for life. Now, what Adam found is what Shaul found. He said it wound up being death. He said it wound up being death to me. Now, did that make the Torah bad? Let me ask you a question. Wow, I killed Bruce. I'm a good person, bad person. Bad person, typically. He said, what did he do? That's right, I'm a bad person. I just killed a man. For what? But if there is a purpose behind why, then I'm not a bad person. It's the actions that Bruce demonstrated. So now we're not going to blame Tony, we're going to blame Bruce. Now, when the Torah comes along and the Torah condemns us to death, is the Torah wrong? No. He found out, he said the Torah is Sadiq. It's right. I'm wrong. See, that's something we don't come to look at. Why he make it so hard for people? Why he make it? Because it's to get people to a point of immortality. It's to get people to tell you, in order for you to exist, there are things that you have to restrict yourself to. There are things you have to follow for life. And when you are following, these are going to be things that's not going to be normal with people. The stuff we do, people say, man, no way in the world I do that. I ain't crazy. Yet Shaul said we fools for Mashiach. And then you just say you ain't crazy. So he got a problem. We know when people say, I ain't talking about that nigga. Nigga, I'm talking about I ain't crazy. No John. Now you're going to try to justify your rationality. When in actuality, that's the problem why he can't use you. Because he's asking you to do something that normal people not going to do. This Saturday, the sun's shining. Listen, they got yard sale, flea market, shopping. They got events. You go to the park. They got jazz festival. They got winners. They got all kinds. And you doing some stupid stuff like this? You must be a dumb fool. That's the only way he'll take us. What's the normal thing to do? That's what people doing. You look like mess. You're screwballs. Yeah, people jammed all up in a place. Why y'all don't go tomorrow? Because he's trying to show a separated people. That's what Badal is separate. What separate us is our conversation, our behavior, and what we restrict ourselves to. That's what Kudash is. When people talk about holiness, folks holler, holiness, and start screaming out, you said, that's holiness. That's not even what Holy, that the word they try to use, is only meaning it separates. That's all. You're separating something. That's only. He said, when I made you Kodash, I just separated you. And when I separated you for a purpose. Even when it came down, when it was in Mizraim, okay? They understood Kodash, hands. All right. He beat you. I got a hand out there, see ya. I was making sure. What you got, Dwight? When they put him in Goshen, what you got? So when I asked him, after I heard that same bad answer from you, and he repeated it, you ain't believe who called. Who know? Y'all want to tell who called? My brother called. Let's roll. Come on, 2 of them. My brother, you know my brother. I had told my brother I said, I'm just go to 1 pen. He said it's gonna be 2 people that gotta get checked. Y'all hear that? Oh, fight. So I can't wait on you to hear. I gotta dive with her like a bucket of water now. I got who got? Jahid. Quit hypocrite. Let's hear your answer. You had the same. All right, well, I got the same chair you had for the white. Come on. Oh, Jesse, you gonna go now? I know. But it was 4. That was 2 men of y'all. But that's how I know it's wrong. When that many said the same answer, I said, man, I know that thing wrong. I know it's bad. What I'm gonna tell you one thing they would have understood about it is when they would have started to offer up the goat and they'd offer up the ram. He had them to separate them. He told them to take them and separate them. Yeah, he don't like that. The man a troublemaker. Just get your check. Well, no, he would have them to separate them. Everybody know what he was going to do when he separated them? Hand? Anybody? Good answer? That's tight. That's crazy. Because it's truly y'all know. Go ahead. Pastor, who's up? Tell you him first. Yeah, y'all had something in the wrong after from that board. I wanted you to get caught with them guys. Go ahead. He baraked the herd. Like the code. In Mizraim, he baraked the herds. I missed that. What chapter? What book that's in, Pastor? That might be in the book of the many bishops. I had never heard that answer. The many bishops, the book of many bishops. They got something. But when he separated them, yes, sir. Everyone's confessing their content. That's true. So I'm gonna give you, because this pen, like confessing, I want you to come confess yours with a check right here. Come on. He said one before confess. See what you think about that. What you would think about, I'm still getting a check, but what you think about is when he had the 2, he set up one that he was gonna send. That's how the scapegoat came into play. One they had up, they was going to confess all their kataim and they were gonna send away, and another they were gonna slaughter. So that was the 2 right there, okay? You had the scapegoat and then one they were gonna slaughter, okay? Now I want you to take and you slaughter that boy and put that eggs up there. Get that check up there, Joker. I love kids. Hold on, stop. What's no, so yeah, we separated for Pasal. To do what? What he's saying is what I want y'all to understand. So let me ask you a question, Justin. We Kodash people. No, I'm saying we're Kodash people. Thank you, Justin. Exactly. See, that's what they did. But see, if you don't understand, think about this. I fought, and you fight to live. But because you don't understand actually your existence. See, when you look at when they brought them in, we'll look at, how about that? See, I'm telling you what makes it hard and why I made it hard for myself. If I don't understand it, you can't expect me to do it. You can't expect me to let nobody take that from me. Where I come from, if somebody takes from you, that's a sign you weak. So what you got to do? And then you know what who will say? That's not how I do it, though. But I got to get you to understand where you need to be first. That's not going to work with just telling me, they ain't what I want you to. I don't operate like that, because that's how I operate. That's how I think. That's how I process something. Nobody ain't gonna take nothing from me. But he's saying, that's why I need you to be humble. I said, oh, don't talk so loud? No. Don't make somebody know and I want, no. I don't need you to think so much of yourself. Because your whole fight is because you think so much of yourself. And that's gonna come when he look at, just like I'm gonna fight Bruce, he try to take something from me. So when Yahuwah try to take something from me, I'm gonna humble myself down. Say it louder. I'm gonna fight him, because that's what I know. Why would I do anything different? I process it. I'm a man. What I do with you is what I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna fight. Why would I not fight? I ain't ready to lose nothing. I don't want about taking that from me. So when he come, he trying to take something, but it's from a tube. I'm gonna fight him. It ain't gonna be the physical, but I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this one bit. He said, you still doing that stuff you were doing with Bruce? I ain't doing that. I learned how to fight inwardly. See, the purpose of why he needed us to fix the inward part, because a lot of stuff I can mask. Hey, you know, brother, I hate this nigga with all my heart. Y'all, this is my heart. He don't. You can see that on my face though, can't you? No, I can't see it. So you know what I do? I'm masking it. And that's what we do. He said, I need to stop that. You good at it. We do this. What I'm telling y'all, listen, we do this. That man seen me smile. He couldn't see that. I just told you I hate this man with everything. He'll try to take from me. He said, I need you, your inward, gonna have to reflect on your outward. What they see on the outward is I gotta make sure that's on the inward part of you. When they had the tour, when they first got the tour was all outward. That's why they carried it. It's easy to drop it and lose it. He said, well, how about we just write that and put that in your inward parts? That way you can keep it. That's where it's somewhat genuine. Now, guess what? If it's in my inward part, and think about this, Dane, and I ain't got it on the doorpost. It ain't on my ceiling when I lay down. And I'm walking on see it. Then I got to search myself. I got to go inside myself, and I got to research, and I got to find that word that's in me. I got to pull from the word in me. It's easy to look at something written on there, a billboard sign, or some graffiti on a bathroom wall. Pay that stuff no attention. The same way they did when they saw the Torah, until it gets on my inward parts, till it gets on the inside of me, where it starts to really resonate and work. Before, when he worked that, it didn't work. He said, well, let them eat it. Let them eat it. Let them eat it. Let them get in their mouth. And when it was in the mouth, he said, I want the palate. Because what I'm telling you, when you eat something, the first thing, your tongue is a palate. It's going to pick it up. Your tongue on the side quick, where we getting this junk out of my mouth. This stuff filthy. I'm getting this nasty. I'm finna go to the bathroom and throw it up or something. Got to get this stuff gone. So it got to get past the palate. And get past the palate, got to the belly. He said, that's when I'll find out. When you really start to let it work, it's not the same. A lot can come out your mouth, but when you put it down here where it started to work, so think about it. When it went inside any food you get go inside your belly, once your belly breaks it up, it starts to distribute it. You got a kid, you got your liver gonna store your nutrients. It's a lot of things. It starts to distribute, it starts to send off to different places, whether fueling the body or making the body exhausted. You get through eating, man, I'm so tired, I can't hardly keep my eyes on, because that's what you ate. That's what your palate's set for. Your palate's set for things that put you to sleep and not keep you conscious. Y'all got it? So when the word comes, it's not something that really hits us the way, because how man structure, how man go, we look for the sweet taste. Y'all don't know, most of every food you got, even if it's hot, you ain't gonna believe it, it got sugar in it. To get you to eat hot food, we gotta have some sugar. You ain't even taste it because the hot got you. But to only get past your mouth, I gotta put sugar in it. Most of y'all don't know that. It's hardly, ain't nothing you eat ain't got sugar in it. It's got it. You have to put it, because the tongue will pick it up. I got to trick the tongue so I can get it to the belly. Otherwise, once it get you, I missed. The goal was to get it in your belly. Sometimes y'all remember they had medicine and that stuff be filtered. There was some kind of reason your parent would mix it with something. Y'all remember that? What was that for? Because the palate wasn't letting it down. The tongue wasn't going for it. The tongue was like, that junk ain't going out of my stomach. That junk tastes like that. That stuff, that's where it go. So guess what he had to do? He had to make sure the word was sweet. He even told you, taste and see. How's he going to get it to the belly? See, everything he was trying to get us to see is what man has used. So as we're human beings, there are things how we function and how we process things. So it's important to make sure we can get it past the palate so he can get inside here. Like me coming, if I heard everything I know now the first time, man, I've been on the other side live streaming and been cut that thing off. I don't know that man trying to play somebody like he crazy. I know he got the stuff wrote on the back of the wall behind. That's where all the messages at. Because it's easier to do that. But now he puts us in a situation where you really have to sit down and you really have to look at where you are and how he uses the word. He has to manipulate us. Even I would say being crafty, that's how he caught you with God. He has to manipulate us. You manipulate a child. Sometimes you want a child to stop doing something, you give them something manipulated, get away. The kid don't even realize they forgot all about that and moved on. So he had to do the same thing to us. We still children. In our thinking, sometimes how we do things. So the way to mature us was to get certain things in till he can get us to a certain degree of intelligence, the way, guess what? We can put that aside and we just come straight down the middle. So a lot of us are still children in our processing of how we do things. But he told us in doing business, you got to be men, which means we got to become mature. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. So we see him. Now let me ask y'all something. With Adam sitting in the garden. Well, now we find Yahushua. Let's look at something for a second. I'm just looking, since we right here, drop down and let's keep reading a little bit more of it, just a little bit. Let's see where we're going. 27:35. So we're at 30, say, listen.
They sat there and watched him.
Listen.
And they placed the pronouncement of his guilt above his head, and they wrote, this one is Yahushua.
Ain't that amazing how we would have that, say, man, I'm tired of folks keep hanging that junk over my head. You know, in conversation, we never paid attention in conversation because you look at that's something. That's what they did to him. They listen. This is what they kept. What they crucified him for. That's what they ragged him about the whole time he was down. He claimed to be somebody. He's just a proclaimer. And people will hold stuff on your head even to your death. You ain't gonna win with people. Why are you trying to? The best fight you're gonna fight and you're gonna win is trying to get this plan of salvation down. And that's going to go with you really being honest with yourself, making the transition. I keep saying it for a reason. Because how many of y'all ain't honest with yourself? Anybody say that? Well, guess what? Now, that's why we can fix it. What y'all did is what most people won't do. Because most people going to lie and say, oh, yeah, I'm honest with myself. Most of us not. We honest with ourselves to right here. I'm black. See, I ain't lying to myself. I weigh 230 pounds. See, I ain't lying to myself. You ask yourself stupid stuff that you know good and well the honest answer that. Come on, acting stupid. I ain't like I'm lying, I'm Chinese. How many know how to do that? All you do is ask yourself stuff ain't a problem to answer. Ask yourself stuff and deal with stuff that ain't a problem for you to start doing. I'm finna stop drinking. First of all, I don't drink but water, so I'm gonna die of thirst. Come on, don't ask dumb stuff. Be real with yourself. Okay, if many of you guys are honest, I'm trying to keep it. What hinder you from getting the Ruach HaKodesh? Because first thing about it, this is something that he's going to fill you up with, because they were full of the Ruach HaKodesh. Now you can say you can fill up something that's something already in there, but for him, he needs to empty. He needs to empty. He can't fill it up when it's a third of Tony Smith still in there and put the Ruach, because it's going to battle. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a fight. The old me gonna keep fighting the new him he's trying to create. So in order for him to process it, in order for him to fill me up with it, he gonna need all the old Tony Smith out. That's a restrict. This is the problem what most people don't do. First part of trying to obtain the Ruach HaKodesh is getting rid of you. Total you out. Total you out. Just like a car, total out. Don't look at my man, them rims. The insurance company said, they ain't talking about, man, I ain't seen them rims. This ain't total. This don't give a flying flip about them rims. This car total. Man, I just put this system in here. They're like, what? Well, this car ain't total. I'm saying you can't get in all the airbag deployed, the trunk laying over the hood, but the system inside this thing is brand spanking new, and you cut it back, you hit that thing. Okay. Well, oh, man, that thing hidden. Your car ain't total. That's how we operate. It's still something that's valuable. It's still something we're looking at, I just had done. And I don't want to lose on it. I'm done. If it's somebody that had that in my car, I'm like, hey, I just had this done. Which means I'm still holding on to some old things. And I'm trying to encirculate it and making sure I don't lose. This is the problem we got. You can't lose with Yahuwah. You're losing when you ain't got him. I'm sorry, you ain't losing. You're a loser. To lose with him ain't no use of having him. See, these are the things you really need to consider. If you're losing with him, then you don't have him. It don't make sense to have him if I'm losing with him. I was losing without him. That's the purpose of getting it, so I get the gain. The man's about profit. See, a lot of stuff, the way we operate, it don't make sense. He said, listen, I wouldn't even try to manipulate you in off you just gonna be good. No, the way I work, I want you good in every aspect of you. I'm concerned about every part of you. Some people only care about what you do for them. Your job loves you because of what? Because of what you do at home. And how you operate on your off days. They only care about you for what you do for them. And they only care about if you need something in order to do this job. If you need something associated to do your job. But if it's something outside of this, they don't care.
That's right.
Yahuwah cares about everything that you're entangled with and you care about. Because it's you. It's a part of you. So things around you are so he has a caring for those things too. And that's important to know that you're dealing with somebody finally in life that cares about the whole you. The average of us, people just use it. Women use for sex. Men get you, pay my bill. What is that? Nigga, you can't pay my bill. Nigga ain't nothing. Nigga look at a woman, she ain't getting up nothing. She can forget it. I ain't study that hoe. She a hoe, she don't give you nothing. What is she when she give it up? You can't win. See, you ain't gonna win. Oh, hoe, you don't want to give a nigga nothing? Want to stay stuck up, be a virgin? Striking hoe? You like, did you kind of really look at your words, what you were saying? The definition of it? She won't give it up, hoe. But it becomes the conversation. It becomes a part of how we just kind of allow things to happen and how we have to start now come back to reconsider our conversation, how we process things, how we see things. At the end of the day, it makes a difference when you're trying to attain alam kai, emptying yourself out. Becoming an empty vessel is so key and critical. Let yourself, Faith, what you think about right now? Honestly, tell me what you think about. Come on, tell me. Do you see where you need to empty yourself out? Can you see where you hold on to things? Do you see where you can use them for an excuse? I want to ask you to put you on, but really not ask you that because the average of us like that. This is what we do. That's what's comfortable to do. It's comfortable to blame things. Did you grow up with your father? Do you feel like that hurt you? You feel like that play a part of who you are today and why things go the way it do today? It don't. Let me tell you what happened. We all do. We all have situations we'll blame. To a degree it does, but then at what point do we take responsibility? I'm really, not picking at you now. We all do. People say, I grew up, but you didn't grow up totally without. We watch, and how now, you'll watch now. I got people here do therapy. More people now gonna blame the parent, do that. They're gonna blame the parent. It's everything parent. Let me tell you what parent, I'm gonna tell you this because I happen to be one. Parents are these people first time. So there's no way to get it perfect the first time. Just no way to get it perfect the first time. You learn it, this is the only job you learn as you go. You don't go through a class of pregnancy to graduating from college and then say, okay, now baby, get ready to come. So now, I'm ready for everything. First walk, I'm ready for teeth knockout when you fall. I'm ready for stitches. I'm ready for broke leg from baseball or basketball. I already been trained. All this is everything we're acting to. Because it's happening now. And I don't know what doing. This is how I process it to do it. So now when you come back and you come to me 30 years later, one time I broke my leg and you was screaming. See how stupid me. Because you used to break your leg every day while I've been comfortable, I've been used to it. You got to understand, a parent deals with so many fears. Failure, especially if it was something you hadn't seen and you got to demonstrate it. You got to deal with the cost to you. You got to deal with self, putting you in front of, making sure you have, deal with you getting sick, taking you places. So you got to excuse us that we make these things you call mistakes and all of a sudden you so scarred and let's see you do a much better job. Because let me tell you what should have happened. When the first bad parents came on the scene, everybody else should have had it perfect after that. Should have been perfect. Because I don't care who it is. You can't raise your child. You can listen to other people's advice. You can't raise your child the way everybody raised them. Because every child got different temperament. You can have twins, quadruplets. They're gonna have different temperaments. It's gonna be some you can just kind of look at them, whole world bust. It's gonna be some You gonna pick the whole house up and slam it on it and they ain't gonna cry. You say, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna get my gun and shoot you. You like, I don't know where you came from. You an alien. Do you ever feel like any one of you might be an alien? You can't figure, how many of them are who's just alike out of 8? Which one just alike? Similar. So sometimes you mistake them, they so close. Same mom and dad. So you gotta look at it, and then how many times you probably heard you favor one over another one? Well, yeah, probably one time. I said that, but because you deal with each child different, because every child's temperament is different. You got what I'm saying? And that's the same way he deals with us. Every person's temperament is different. Sometimes it takes a little more to get some people's attention. Sometimes it don't take that much. They got in where they got a sensitivity. You know what I'm saying? We did have a car alarm back then. You walk past something, the thing will go off. You say, you know what I'm saying? It's too sensitive. You got to cut, you don't kill your battery. You got to turn it down some. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you start learning. It's a sensitivity level with us. Some people just hard straight now. He just got to beat you down and break you. Unfortunately, but you got to just be beat down and broken. Let's look at this. Come on. So they held over his head his guilt, his accusation wrote. Come on.
This one is Yahushua the Malak.
I got into the mood, 28. Come on. This is, wait, 38? Where you at?
38.
38?
Yes, sir.
That ain't what you just said, eh?
Yes, I was finishing 37.
Oh, 37. Sorry, come on. I missed something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
This one is Yahushua the Malak of the Yahudim.
Come on.
They crucified 2 robbers with him.
What were they at?
One on his right.
And what?
One on his left.
And where they put him?
In the middle.
That's right. That's the middleman. That's the middleman right there. So you call him the middleman. It's man, he's just the middleman. Isn't that right? That's all. He's just the middleman. But it served a purpose. See that the 22nd chapter of the book of Yekazakal. See that 22:28. Yekazakal. What did that tell them what that mean? Elohim strengthen. Yekazakal, all. Yekazakal. Means Elohim strengthens. Make it 26. Let's see what it is. Listen.
Her Kohanim have violated my Torah.
Y'all hear what they said? The who now?
Her Kohanim
have did what?
Violated my Torah.
So I hear what they did? Mm-hmm.
And have profaned my Kodash things. They have not divided between the Kodash and the profane. Mm-hmm. And they have not taught between the unclean and the clean.
Y'all see what they did? They ain't see that. They ain't teach them. The people didn't see no difference. They didn't see a difference. So you know what? This is what we try to get across here now. Trying to see what these are the things he started telling us. This is why this place is set for destruction. Because there's not a difference. He told us before the tour, he said, and that you should put a difference. That in law. In the 11th chapter, that was the whole purpose in the dietary law. It's supposed to be a difference between us. He said, put a difference between them. Do something. Let me tell you what these people did. They were distinguished by where they stayed. They were distinguished by where they wore. Because it don't make sense to say a man should not wear that which pertains to a woman, and a man should put on a woman garment when people are already doing it. It made sense because he said, how you doing, ma'am? He said, I'm not, I apologize. He said, let's cut that out. Let's make a distinction on how you dress. So when all these distinguishing markings came in, just like the Kohan, he was distinguished from everybody, the Rosh Kohan, because of what he wore. It distinguished him. So first they started identifying people with distinguishing markings. Then he started looking at, we shouldn't have to use this. It should be something that you should just radiate. It should just come from you naturally. Hello? Well, look at Adam. What distinguishing clothes did he wear? Hello? What distinguishing clothes did he wear? What were the distinguishing markings? There were none. It was his attributes. In the book of Barashit, first he said, let him make him. He said, and let him have. And put him over. There wasn't no distinguishing mark in the way we do things now. You see somebody that got stripes, you say, okay, he said, somebody enlisted, man, he got stripes. And then you see general, you start out the officer, you realize this is an officer. They do certain things to distinguish one from another, so you don't mix up a subordinate with a subordinate with somebody that's subordinate. So now we start to look at all these different things, but now he start looking at how we be identified now. He said, by their pari, you should know them. He said, that's how you'll start to identify us. Let's start doing it by their attributes. Let's stop doing it with the clothing or different things. I ain't telling you you're going to put on a pants, don't take it down. I'm just telling you how things start to transition. They start to transition now that apple ox is going to bear, what kind of plums was that?
Apple.
When?
In its due season.
In its time. So now we start to look at when he started to say that we become his, then we should have some distinguishing markings too, meaning we're supposed to bear a certain type of pari. So now we start to look at the pari we're supposed to bear. These are important to us because you're trying to obtain the Ruach HaKodesh. And you can't obtain it with no lies and no hypocrisy. I know I've done it. We've done it. You can lie to yourself. You don't want that fake stuff. You don't want the stuff where you go around lying to people. Then it's going to get tried and later on it's going to come up. You're going to see you don't have it. Are you going to make mistakes? Yes, you're going to make mistakes. They should be minimal, minor. Still a mistake till we get to the point of utopia. The problem becomes what you wrestle with in yourself. I know I ain't gonna be able to do it, and you're right. As he said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So a lot of had to come in and you have to really start looking at how you process and how you put things. You process things to fail. I'm gonna do it, I know it ain't gonna work. So why you doing it? Why you doing it? Anything I do it with the intent it's gonna work. I have no reason, listen, I'm past that. I done it, just do it. It probably ain't gonna work out. Why would I do it? That don't mean, so if you think positive is gonna work, not necessarily, you wanna make sure you do your due diligence with things, but I make sure I do things to a purpose. If I'm gonna find my hand to do something to put it to it, I'm doing it with the effect of, it's gotta work for me, because I make sure I'm working for the right purpose of him. See, a lot of times, how many of y'all do it, you'll do things, but you already know it ain't gonna work. So ask yourself this. So let me ask y'all this, and ask y'all this, you don't necessarily have to reply, somebody can. So you do it for what reason when you know it ain't gonna work? Hopefully this will be different. It can't be different. You find the same process. Every time I do things that don't work, I bought into that, okay? I bought in that psychosis. Why I said with this being the different? Because since I already processed, it ain't gonna work, what's the effort? Come on, for a second. I'm gonna try to pick up in my head. I know it ain't gonna work. So how much I'm gonna put in it? I already know it ain't gonna work. So I'm not looking to I'm not really looking to accomplish this feat. I'll do it, but I already know it ain't gonna work. So how much I'm gonna put in it? Then it's gonna be ineffective. So now I need to start going back and process. Let me stop now with this. Why do I do things that I know and I feel like ain't gonna work? And then when I get to that point, I need to ask myself, what's the common connection between why it don't work? I take that me, but it's got to be something more than just me. What am I doing? What am I doing? See, when Yahushua came along, he found a man, he was born, what is it, ear he couldn't hear? Blind, couldn't see, which means knowledge, appearance, he couldn't get that. They wanted to ask the question. What was that question they want to know? Who sinned? See, this is something we want to deal with. Devil busy, Caleb. I'm just telling you, devil busy. Y'all ate that day up. Child, devil busy this morning. I woke up my tie flat. The devil came by my house to let the air out my tie. He did what he said. All this stuff he can tap and mess up. Get folks, kids molested. Fentanyl. He got time to I'm put this nail in the tie. Up in here sweating down that concrete, scratched up his red cape, trying to put a nail under my tie. And the way he think I'm gonna roll forward, I'm gonna back up so the nail gonna fall. He said, well, I just gotta go do it Sunday morning, waiting at Shabbat. Stop it. Tire ward, folks done had an 80,000 mile tire. They done drove 120,000 miles. The inside weighing, the devil is a liar. I rebuke him in the name of Jesus Christ. Don't come here and done messed up my. The tire was mandated for 80,000 miles. You drove 120. Can we please just account time to this time? You can't run your whole life blaming everything on Satan. You can't, even with the limited power Satan has, he has to go see who? Do you understand when you process that? I'm finding I've known this, but I haven't known this. Y'all understand it? I can't be petty with y'all. You can know something and don't know nothing. I have known this and ain't known nothing. Till I finally start looking at, why don't I just let him do what he do? And if I do what I'm supposed to do, that got to be in his hand. Everything, I get to that point with stuff. I'm through just the fights I put out. I don't want that no more. I've done that. All you do is wear and beat yourself down with stuff. Why don't I give that man enough opportunity to do what he did for them? You know why it makes sense he brought them out Mizraim and he worked all those signs and wonders? Because I need you to trust me. Surely when we leave from here, we shouldn't have another issue come up about no enemies messing with you. How was it soon as something come up, folk were coming, they were ready to go back? Didn't I just bring you from a people greater than who you're running into now? Why would you think? Why were you talking about sick? I put the sickness and disease on those people. And I took them off. So why you think I'm going to leave something on you? If I put it on you, don't you think I can remove it? We don't even give him the opportunity to see, if you allowed me to be sick, it's because you probably want me to know he's a healer. But if I want to allow him to do that, because I panic and quit and say, I know you ain't want me saved, and now you're going to kill me with a sickness. How you know? I'm trying to build your me. And the only way that's going to happen is with situations. You know how we want this? We want this with, let me read it up here, everything ham up there, and just give me all the benefits. You ain't going to believe it. You ain't got nothing in it. You ain't got nothing in it. You know what helps me to do what I'm doing and to stay focused? I got something in it. I got a lot of tears. I got a lot of hurt. I got a lot of sorrow. I got a lot of pain. I got a lot of financial loss. I got a lot I put on. All of it's gain. Y'all heard I said? I got something in it. That's the only way I can do it. You can't do it. You ain't got too many of y'all, you ain't got nothing in it. That's why you ain't trying, you looking for something miraculous to come hit you at your seat. It don't happen. You got to put something in it. I'm being honest with y'all. It's got to be something in it. Everybody who got it, everybody gonna get it, got something in it. That's the way you can get it. Yahushua got something in it. That's why he couldn't move. Everything was on. His life was on it. You have nothing in this. You are counting on something that happened to you that's not even practical. It happened. Who did it happen to had nothing in it? It didn't. Everybody had something in it. How you gonna get by another way? I know, it's good. It's a good buy-in. He died, he paid the price. Come and receive, come and suffer. But nobody ain't gonna come to that. You know why? They pallet. So I gotta sell them a bill of goods to get them in where I can educate them and then they'll learn. It's a little sour to get him, but it sounded good enough to get them here. Nobody gonna get this without having something in it, a whole lot. Everything you love gotta be tested. Everything you got to be tested. That's the only way he's gonna know what's gonna make you stand. Listen, everything that we have, you'd be surprised how much of that you still covet, that you hide, you keep. And that's that small little hole up that keeps you from being really fulfilled with Ruach HaKodesh. If you ain't got that, you wasting time. I'm just telling the truth. Don't buy into no, just keep going, just keep going. Yes, you keep going, it'll happen. But if you don't process this right, you'll spend a lot of years going backwards. I wouldn't want to lie to you and tell you that. The whole reason you come and get here is so you can obtain the Ruach HaKodesh. And you got to be tested on everything you got. Everything you look, you got to be corrected. You got to get put in some situation where it's like, well, you like a stupid fool. And you got the will to still be standing there and be able to take it. How you think who stood look like with their clothes off up there? Man, that's what I see, the Ben Elohim. You heard they called the Ben Elohim, he was standing there naked. Y'all heard they said, oh, definitely. He definitely from Shamayim. You remember when they were doing that? When they were slapping him, they were saying, oh yeah, Shamayim bound. I can see him up in heaven now. Nobody. You know when they said it? After the man was dead. That's bad. People can't say nothing good. Then we go to film. What folks say? Worst joke in the world in that casket. I just want to say, I'm going to miss him. He was a good man. Thank you. That nigga? You like, seriously? I want to dig him. Don't even put him in the ground. But people are constantly be critics of you, especially when you're starting to make transition, because people typically don't want to change. They got limits. It's so much. It's only so much a person can take. It's only so much a person can do. That's why he needs you to get out of you and let him operate. Don't you think he knew that? Think about how many of y'all use that. It's only so much you could take, only so much you could do. He didn't know that when he made us. So he put a whole book up here or something they can't do. Ain't but someone they could take. He said, I put it there because you could do it. The whole purpose of sending Yahushua down here to prove it. You could do it as a man. You could do it. And he wrestled everything we wrestled. He can't, he be like, ain't no sweat. I'm ready now. Go ahead. Stick the nail in here. I walk around to the town and crew. Just go ahead and put a nail in him. Matter of fact, give me him. I'll knock him in there myself. I can do it with the spirit from Shamaim. Nothing. He went through everything he went through. He suffered. He cried. He hurt. He pained. He had to look at his natural mother. He didn't look at, oh, you my mother in the ruach. No, that's my mama. My mama down there crying, looking at me up here, and I can't take watching my mama cry. You can take her. Take her to the house and let her be your mother. And still had to get back focused on what? I got to die. I only came here to die. Did y'all know why you came here? Yeah. If he made you could die, he made you to separate you. He came to separate you. And when they learned the real separation was in Mizraim in the 12th chapter. Ala Shemut. Let's see it, 12th chapter. Because this is why we fight it, bastard. Think about it. Why wouldn't I fight death if it came? Why wouldn't I? Death is the only way I can transition over to sin. He even told me, he said, if you was alive when I come back here, you still got to die. Nobody get out. Think about it. You're going to have to be changed. You got to be changed. Only way to change, you can't, listen, we're learning physical changes now. You know, natural change, we stop smoking, stop drinking. There's some other physical changes you're going to take. And you think that was hard to stop smoking? How many of you be a smoker? Cigarette smoker, weed smoker, whatever? Drinker, alcohol, and that, maybe any other drugs, whatever. How many of y'all just let it go like, man, let that thing, ain't nothing? How many of y'all, it was a little fight, it was a struggle? I had to get one, say this here, I am done, I'm coming here later on, pick up. That's why I was, be honest. I wasn't that guy where just, man, Angel, one man, I watched folks say, man, I woke up one morning, I just threw them cigarettes away. Man, I threw them things away, my hand caught that thing like this, and man, nigga, I don't know what you think about it. You know what these cigarettes cost? Going straight back in my pocket. I'm like, no, don't do that. That was, I mean, all those things were as simple they were hard. Which show you, look, little cigarette, it was hard to let it go. Which show you how you attach the thing wrong. A pack with 20 is like, man, somebody can't think about somebody. What happened? How many of y'all used to smoke cigarette? Somebody came and just took your whole pack. What you say? I ain't worried about it, it's just cigarette. But look here, I'm gonna peel your head all the way down where your behind split at and go. That's how serious, because you know what? Because that shows you how you will attach the things that are bad for you. Even though folks had a kid, I don't know, y'all, nobody said it probably me. Gotta die from something. I the only one said that. Y'all, somebody else said that too? You know how scary it is? Won't you just go to the spreadway and close your eyes? Think about it. We say stuff, we know, because we attach and love things so much that it don't even matter. If people say people die for you, like, hey man, listen, you gotta die for something anyway. Songs that fall out of a plane, fall out of the sky. How many times a plane on fire in the sky you kill somebody on the ground? Rare. People use excuses to justify the fact we hated ourselves. The fact that we knew the harmful detriment of it and we still did it. So now we're trying to take something now. And he's showing us the harmful detriment of all our action. You know, we still got that same cigarette and drinking behavior we had. Gotta die from something. We all gonna die anyway. Do we all have to burn? That's the difference. 12th chapter right quick. 12, let's see, 12, 1. We'll read down probably about 4 or 5. Let's see. Listen.
Now Yahuwah said to Moshe,
Allah Shemut, they call it Exodus 12 and 1. Listen.
Now Yahuwah said to Moshe and Aharon in their rots of Mizraim, saying, this Yarek shall be the beginning of Yarek for you.
Listen.
It is to be the first Yarek of the Shana to you.
Mm-hmm.
Speak to all the Adah of Yasharal, saying, on the 10th of this Yarek, they shall take for themselves each one a lamb for their Abba Beth, a lamb for a Beth.
Yeah.
Now, if the Beth is too small for a lamb, then he said, his Rayah next to his Beth shall take according to the number of Nephash, each one according to the pa of his eating.
Y'all hear what he's saying? Now, if the house is too small, the Beth is too small for the lamb, then he and his Rayah next to his Beth shall take according to the number of the Nephash, each one according to the mouth, the pa of his eating. You shall count concerning the lamb. You got to think about it, man. That man died for Yehuda, for Manasseh, for all Yasharal. That's a lot of lamb.
That's right.
That's a lot of lamb. They learned that from them. They learned that when one house had it, if the house was too small, and they were over it, then you get the person next to you said, man, you can share this. I got enough.
That's right.
They were big enough that everybody can eat it.
That's right. That's
They
right.
were too small. They were too big for just Yehuda. They were too big for even just Yasharal.
Yeah.
The house was too small. They learned that. Think about it. If I got to bring in that many people, you figure, man, that was a great sacrifice. That's on. Think about how they had to process. If this man, think of how they had to look at this. This based off of what they knew right here. How great was this lamb? The fact that everybody can eat it.
Whole world.
For the whole world. That these people could physically look and say, it's just three of them. You got a lamb that's straight from that wall to him. You said, well, we can eat all. You said, man, it's way too much.
Good.
We need to share it with some of the neighbors that don't. He said, the one he did for us is actually bigger than that.
Good.
And you can call the whole world in for it.
Good.
That's what they had to look at. Come on.
The lamb shall be unblemished, male a year old to you. You may take it from the sheep or from the goats.
See that? You can take it from the sheep or the goat. Come on.
It shall be for you to keep until the 14th yom of this Yarik.
Yes.
Then the whole assembly of the Adah of Yasharal is to kill it between the evenings. And they shall take from the dam and put it on the two doorposts and on the lintel of the beth in which they eat it in them. They shall eat the basar in this layla, roasted with fire, and they shall eat it with masut lakam and bitter herbs. Do not eat from it raw nor boiled. Boil at all ma'im, but roast it with fire, its head with its legs, with its entrails. You shall not leave from it over until morning, but whatever is left of it until morning, you shall burn with fire. Thus you shall eat it with your loins girded, with your sandals on your regal, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Pesach to Yahuwah.
What I was looking for to say here, I'm thinking it would talk about when they were supposed to take it on the 10th day and separate it. Then we miss it. You know, reading here on the 10th day, they were supposed to take it and separate it. Verse 3. The reason why I asked y'all, if they separate, that means they made it Kodash.
Right.
When they made it Kodash, it was for that purpose of we're going to kill it. So when Yahuwah came down and he made the arm Kodash, what was his intended purpose?
Kill it.
He was going to kill it. That was the whole purpose when he separated us. He was going to kill us. Now, you can look at it as a bad thing, but then you have to process it in all the different ways that he set up for a reason. The reason why other people were able to get in and be partakers of this was because of your death. The only reason you got to partake and you were able to get in because of his death. See, the lamb didn't have a say or an end on whether or not it wanted to be killed or not. He just looked at, I needed something that was to perfection so I can use it where I can gain to get others in. So when he set us up, he only put us here for his purpose. See, his purpose hadn't been met because we, not being understanding who we are and sheep for the slaughter, because we looked at it as that's a white man cracker teaching. I've been white man cracker trying to teach the black man to let the police kill him. No, that's not what the purpose was. He was looking for a people that will have a certain type of mentality. A sheep has a certain type of mentality. It's humble. You'll never see a sheep try to fight to defend itself. That's why he constantly used that and reiterated a purpose of the lamb and using it because it doesn't defend itself. It'll cry out, but it don't fight.
Right.
That's what it looks. See, when Yasharal was in Mizraim, they fought their behind off down there, tooth and nail. And Yahuwah said, you know what? I got the gloves too. He said, no, I heard your cry. They weren't going to defend themselves. They were defensive. Those are the type of people he would come to defend. See, people that can fight and defend themselves, they don't need help. He was looking for some people that wanted him to be their Elohim, which means they solely trust him for everything. For their eating, for their drinking, for their healing, for their direction, for their prosperity. But for us, we'll trust him for whatever he do on the side or whatever I'm doing. And he don't work like that. He said, I'm not a side hustle. I got to be primary. But we learn how to move him from primary and move him to last, and we still want him to work as though he the first. Y'all following with me? See what I'm trying to get up to? You're trying to accomplish something that's really outside of your reach and ability as long as we're in the same state we're in. The state won't allow it. It just won't allow it. Because it's like, who just with, let me do this. Let me see this for a second. Let me borrow for a second. I ain't used you before. Bruce, let me borrow for a second. Come on, son. They can see me. You ain't getting no check. Right. Hold on. Ryan. That's right. I want to move too fast. Can y'all see, everybody see Bruce? All right, let's say something for man. I want you to fall back and let Yahuwah catch you. That's right. There I come. But he said he ain't. You saw what he did. Why? But I mean, what you did, what normally we would have done. Come on. And I used that, and that might not have been the best, but this become the issue where he wants at. He need him to be able to trust him enough that if he didn't, he knew he was able. See what he did till we'll do. I'll mask like I was going. I'll pretend like I do. You see what I'm saying? And you don't realize this is how we operate. Am I condemning? No. I'm trying to get us to see, first of all, where our problem come in. Where's the defect? Think about this. If we confess with our mouth, okay? Confess with our mouth. Who don't have a mouth? Let's do that. Raise your hand, you don't have a mouth. Okay, so everybody got a mouth? Okay, so you confess with your mouth. That means you say what you did out of your mouth. And if you believe in your law, who don't have a heart? That he raised Yahushua from the moot. Okay? Then you're going to be saved. Okay? How many of y'all got a mouth? How many of y'all confess? How many of y'all got a heart? How many of y'all believe in your heart that he raised him from the dead? Okay. You ain't got to get scared. I'm not tripping you. I'm not trying to trip you up. Okay. So you believe that he took a man that was dead, who was lifeless, and got this man up. Then live like it. So we don't. Because that's not how we live. That's not how I live. I'll be lying if I told you I did. We all be lying. We don't. See how, so it was easy for everybody to raise their hand and say they did it. So that means if I believe that he raised him from the dead, so you shouldn't have a problem if I shot you and kill you. Because what's going to happen? Because you're going to die, and then you're going to wind up burning, you're going to go to hell. Let's be practical. That's why you're going to fight it. That's why I'm going to fight it. So, you know, how many times we heard that? If we confess with our mouth, believe in our heart that he raised. So how am I supposed to believe that? I'm supposed to believe it that if I die, he's going to get me up. So I don't have to fight for my life. You know, people say, man, what you doing? Man, nigga fighting for his life. He said, I don't know why. He said, if you're going to fight to keep it, he told us what's going to happen. You're going to lose it. He said, but if you lay it down, you can pick it up again. How much of that I believe? You tell me how much of it you believe. How about that? How much of that you believe? Can't let nobody take your life, man. Everybody done jilted you. Don't be stupid. They take your life from you, man. That's it. You done. That's how we process. Because we're not there yet. But the purpose of us learning the word correctly is so we'll get there, to have the confidence. Do y'all understand? Listen, I am really sincere about having us obtain the Ruach HaKodesh the correct way and not no foolish thoughts. Because a lot of stuff, I'm just ready, it's foolishness to it. And you ain't come here for no junk. You ain't come for no game. You ain't come to be hustled. You ain't come to be played. You ain't come to be lied to. This man needs us to believe it too. If I believe he raised him up like I do, why am I ready to fight to kill for my life? Because I feel like if I don't, ain't nobody else going to do it. Let's just be practical. If I don't stand up for myself, who going to do it? If I don't fight for my right, who going to fight for him? And you know what he said? He said, that's why I can't use you. The purpose of why he came and got them out of Mizraim, the way he restricted them and brought them out and wouldn't let them fight. Because I need you to know I'm fighting. The reason why I want you to get nobody else to help you, I want you to know I heard. When I sent him, I told him to tell you, I heard your cry. When you saw, I heard you. You know how many of us want him to hear? How many of y'all feel like he don't hear you sometimes? So what would be, that's so important. But then you got to look at, what are you doing that separates you from every other cry to listen to you? What have you restricted yourself to that he can say, I can hear Bruce. I'm just using it for example. What are you doing? Don't just say, I'm trying. What's that? What is the answer to? I'm trying. That means I'm doing a whole lot of something. You can't tell it. I'm doing. These are not correct answers. I'm doing. You're masking. Let's be honest. If you're going to fix this, we're going to fix it. We're going to sit down with the truth. Y'all really trying to obtain the raw Haggadah? Hey, brother! You good, man? Don't worry about it. It just happened. He was a little behind. Hold on, there he called now. He said, yeah, he's on right. So, to get this, we got to first understand where we are. Confess with your mouth. Let's just be honest. We ain't tell everything. We told enough. Okay? But in order to fix it, we have to be honest. We learn to tell what we can tell, what we can justify with a reasoning, and what we can still keep, because we still need, even me, we all got something we do like that. Can y'all do like that? We all got a little something. That's good. We all got it. You got it. It makes us feel better. You ain't got everything. Y'all remember Life? When he told me that cornbread, me told him, he ain't get my cornbread. See that? He knocked him out. Then you still talking. That's how we are. We're still holding on. Regardless, we're gonna try to hold on to something. Allow is the cuff. Yeah, allow. What I realize what hasn't happened, why things don't happen for us the way it's supposed to, because we learn how to still manipulate the situation. We still learn how to kind of dance around the situation in a way to where we ain't fooled it, but we say, I'm working on it though. I'm making some changes. What I told y'all. I learned how to make changes that don't hurt me as much. I don't make the change that's gonna really put me the way. Rubber hit the road. You can't get out of this one. I made the change where all this can be done because I'm tired of it anyway. You give up what you already ready to get rid of anyway. You see what I'm saying? What I'm already ain't really doing anyway, so it ain't a big deal. But the thing that holds us all down, that's the part we're not ready to put all the way down. And that's the part he's trying to get us to. You can go for so long, but it's not something you could do at a beginning. It's something you grow as you listen. And as you grow, you really start to look and say, it gets a stunt there. You can kind of see where you ain't growing the way you really should. First, it's like I'm on leaks of my life. I'm learning something, getting more scripture, starting to remember the word. And then some preacher had questions. I know like the verse, I'm starting to get answers right. But then it ain't about how much you put out of your mouth, but how much you really keep inside and how much you got in him. And how much you demonstrate in your walk. People got to see change with y'all. Remember we used to use the word? Y'all remember we were using the word? And y'all remember I came back, started back using them? And you know that purpose was to show people you can be restricted. Remember I said, oh, I slipped up again. It's all about what you want to do. It was for a purpose. See, because I fight it get comfortable with easy, nice words. He's like, well, he said, stop it then. That's where we are. See, he needs somebody who can do that. He don't need nobody, I ain't like that. I ain't one of them niggas. I ain't that kind. I'm that nigga. When I cut it on, nigga, I'm 100. There you go again. How many times we mask stuff and we try to justify it like this just how I been? He didn't call us to be how we were. He called us for a change. All of us got stuff of how we were. How heritage. But above all things, I would that you. What was again? Above all things, prosper. And what about the coughing and all you got going on? And being what kind of true health? Even if what? Even if you're nefarious prosper. I'm for listen, he's for everything. You have felt like he hasn't been. It is because you have bought into something. You have bought a bad set of bills about this man. Think about it. They had us on, long as you're saved, it don't matter if you're homeless, if you're on the street, if you're living. Like, where you get that from? It's about shalom, it's about prosperity. Who's going to buy into homelessness and come to him? The only way you're going to come, you have to see a benefit. If people won't take certain jobs, they better pay them like, that's good. Listen, man, you don't work on weekends. So what about the benefit? It's a benefit, man. I told you, listen, I'm needing the benefits. Because what I got going on. Some people can't take a job and ain't got no benefit. You ain't going to believe it. I wouldn't take their job and they have no benefit. They got the health care. It's got everything I need. That's the only reason I took the job. It's got everything I need. So you need to consider, you take it, basically you're agreeing to work for this man. You sign a contract so you're going to work with. You need to know the benefits and what did this job allot? What does it allow? Why am I going to stay with this one versus going taking it? I can go back to work for Satan. unless it's going to be beneficial for me. I got to see something now that work past just payday and past retirement. After retirement, what I got to look for then? Death. So I need something that's going to supersede that. That's why I'm with him. That's why I work for him. When I get to what I can't do, I need somebody who can still operate. Y'all got me? You need to look at why you here. You'll wind up putting a lot of years in and you'll never get what you came to get. Because you done bought into somebody else conversation, somebody weak, straggling, complaining about something because they don't want to get over their self. Most of the stuff we got hanging ain't never self. I use that stuff. My dad was an alcoholic. They ain't had nothing to do with nothing. He was daddy. That's what he is. Nobody, what you want? Why I put that father no best? Everybody care to put their parent down. People do what they do. That's who they are. They're people. You're a failure. And we're going to put on our parents? Everything on our parents? Are you serious? They're people, human beings. They make decisions just like you made them. What about the bad decisions you made? Come on, folks. People spend their whole life trying to blame somebody. Why won't you take responsibility for you? What about all the people who grew up with no father, no mother, raised by grandparents, raised by aunts, and come up and be success stories? Because of choices. Choices. We can use people, blame people. All you're going to do is just keep yourself straggling. Find an excuse to quit. Find an excuse to cry. Find an excuse. I ain't looking for no excuse for nothing. I blame no one for my life. I had to take responsibility for Tony Smith. Regardless of what my past was, I have a choice in my future. Can I go back and change my past? No. I can make better decisions today. It's easy to pass off on somebody else. That means you bear no responsibility. You can beat yourself up. I don't beat myself up about my past. I needed that past. I needed it. Everything happened. One thing don't need to change. Oh, in my mind, this ain't how that. Everything else will be cool. And then you know where I be at? I'll still be out there. Everything happened to me, I needed it. I never would have admitted that before. Everything happened in my life, I needed it. One variation change, one slight, I've never been here. I've been dead, sitting in somebody's prison, probably devil worshiping, eye closed, teeth gone, walk around them stupid skull cap walking around there. Old like a fool, snitching on folk like me. Folks ain't even did nothing. Folk living right. I still did some wrong. Nah. That's all right, me. At the end of the day, when do we take responsibility for ourselves? When? People make decisions. Parents, people, I mean, we do. How many of y'all don't blame your parents? Anybody? Could I ask for why? Anybody? Can somebody tell me what you blame them for? I blame my dad for drinking and not being like other men I want him to be like. That's me. I blamed him. I hated him. I wanted him dead. Because I seen other men I wanted him to be like, other people I felt like he should have been like. I hated him for it. That was me. What about you?
I feel like she was spoiled.
You felt like who?
I feel like she was spoiled. My grandparents spoiled her.
What?
I feel like she was spoiled.
Who you talking about? I want to stop. We'll start live stream for a second. Listen, I'm thrown. It's really hard to throw me because I'm really, y'all know, how many of y'all, you ask me about something, I could pretty much, I'm so thrown right now.
It was hard to get her to do what was best for her.
Oh.
She was just stubborn and fight.
He said he blamed his mother because she was spoiled. Her mother spoiled her. It's stubborn. Mm-hmm.
I needed her to do stuff as a child.
Mm-hmm.
She knew she was supposed to do.
Stuff she's supposed to do. You trying to get her to do stuff as a child, and she wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
How many of y'all know that's a bad parent? You're a child, you trying to get them to do stuff you want them to do. And they spoiled by their grandmama. How many of y'all know those are the worst? Hold on, just why you laughing? No, I'm just saying. When you think your mama's you're a child, you trying to get your mom to do something, when you blame her like she's a terrible parent. You're a child, you trying to get her to do stuff. That's what about being grown, because grown people ain't got no problem putting them checks up on that boy, do they? Gary, you just threw me. How many of y'all throw with this? Yeah, she want a bad parent, just, Yeah, make 2 checks. All right, who give me somebody? Give me something that don't throw me. Anybody? All right, Janae. She blamed her mom for making her. She felt like her mother put responsibilities on her that should have been her mother's responsibility, and she put it on her at an early age, and she blamed her for it. But did you ever look at how that really kind of helped you into what you're doing now? Where although as a child you looked at it being early, you look at in life. A lot of people, what they do, they wait too long for they give responsibility to kids. Now, I don't know how you were, but a lot of people older, like our parents, they about 8 and 10, they could raise up brother and sister and cook whole dinners. So today, you get a kid now, 17 years old, and you make them go in there and say, go and give me some ice cube and pull them out the tray and they run away. Abuse. Listen, sexual abuse. Because they had to get the ice in their hand and put it in the cup. Listen, I'm not saying you, I'm just saying, based at a time, kids grew up, and this is what people don't realize too. How many was it, y'all? 2, 3, 4? Okay, 4. What people don't realize sometimes, even though they're adults, everybody don't have the ability to be able to function with more than one. Some people, 1 kid work for me, maybe 2. Sandy and them, 10, 15. Boston them right behind. But I'm just saying, some people can't. You know, everybody doesn't do well, so you get other people to help because as a parent, how you tell your kid, listen, this is my first time having 4 kids. I don't know how to raise 4 kids by myself. I need you to help me. How do you do as a parent? You don't. You just say, get in there and do it. Because as a parent, and you'll learn, and basically you got 4 yourself now. And is it a lot of work? Hold on, here it is. Hold on, sorry. You said it's a lot of what? You mean a little work? A lot of work to do it. Can y'all believe her mama so sorry that her mama had her to help her with 4 kids? Isn't that a worthless mother? How she call herself a mother? So we start to experience this as parents. So help y'all kids out and us too. As a parent, you never come to your kid and say, I don't know what I'm doing. You always look to the parent as you know. If it's a problem situation, I come, you know. You know, and we never consider, how do I know when this is my first time? Even though you raised them, is it the same as you dealing with your 4? It's always different. Sometimes we don't look at what we look at sometimes a hurt us and hurt us. A lot of times it puts you in a perspective to understand. You don't realize how that might play a major part of how you're able to deal with 4. Because you can see for yourself, it's a lot. It make you want to get back from it and you need a break from it. She human. We human. A lot of stuff we hold over our parents. Yeah, people, we just not fair. I have stuff my dad had a 6th grade education. Mama died when he was 9. I think his dad died, he was like 14, 15, had to raise his brothers and sisters. So he was a man when he taught one time. Listen, he said, I don't like repeating myself. Listen, that I had to pay attention, I had to pick up just like that. Every time I pick up, I had to pick up like that. That's why I get irritated when I tell you something. Like that, you got to pick it up. Next time I tell you, you finna fly. The Wright brothers ain't never impressed me. They needed a motor, fuel. Henry Gray had to do nothing but, scout, you leave the ground. I was never impressed with that stuff. If my dad's still alive, I'll never pay no ticket to go to Africa. I said, Henry Gray, you need to shut your mouth. Scout! Listen, I've been straight over there in a cupola and sat down when I woke up. The man had that. So it's just things you don't tell your child. And a lot of times we don't realize you become adult. You realize, how you tell your kid, I don't know? How you tell your kid, I make mistakes? How you tell your kid I get stuff wrong? The kid like you the disciplinary. You don't get stuff wrong. I don't want to screw up. I don't want to make mistakes. So parents don't have an opportunity to sit down and talk with kids and tell them, one reason, you're a child. Another reason, you might not process it. I'm not in that place where I can talk comfortably like that to you. And a lot of times you got to be able to give people leeway or break to grow. Because when you become a parent, you're going to learn becoming a parent is a whole lot different when I was a child. I was a critic of parents. You can criticize. Listen, as a child, I can tell you, don't whoop me like that. Come on. You don't know nothing. You real stupid. Barely touch me. Barely touch me. And let's make it quick. I could have taught him. Him and my mom, don't be funny. You too loud. Let me go over here and you stay here and say, Tony, stop doing that. Yeah, like that so don't hurt me. He'll draw and make me feel bad and cry. I could have taught him. But when you become a parent, you don't realize, I hollered, I yelled, and I slapped, and I hit, and I kicked. And you realize that's what we do. A lot of it's out of fear, not wanting nothing to happen to you. A lot of times you act out of fear. You feel like something happened to you, you put yourself in a bad situation, you get somewhere and I can't get you back. So a lot of times when they beat us, when we did stuff, it wasn't because they wanted to dead, it was because I don't want nothing to happen. And I don't know how to set you down and get across. If something happened to you, it would kill me. So get what I say? I'll kill you. And all they just told you was, if something happened to you, it'll kill me. How many of y'all agree? We don't, parents get a lot, some of us have gotten just a bad rap on, don't get me wrong, they are bad parents, okay? But it's because there's no book. Where you get the book at? Where you get the class? It's hands-on. And here you stuck with, you process how to do this and do it correctly. You're gonna go back and look at certain things. And as a parent, you always leave room to go back and see where I could do something different. I could do this a little different. But don't come up with now, because you learn from them and you look at doing things a little different, that you become better than them. These people come through a harder situation. A lot of them, my parents came through segregation. They came through a lot. You wanted better for your kids. A lot of them, when they came through, all their parents knew to beat them. Their parents came through slavery. So their parents, everything they hit you with, whatever they could get. One no better tell them something. Come on in here now. Come on now. Man, just pick up something, just bust you in. My dad would tell you, he said, I'll bust your head off, nigga. It wasn't no, Tony, please don't make me discipline you. I'd be like, I like this, Father. No, Father, I really like this conversation. How many of y'all parents, they wanted, how many when it was whipping, it was threat to kill you? Why y'all think that was? What would the slave master tell the slave man? Slave, I'm going to have to discipline you. I'm not going to kill you. I'm going to talk like I am, because I have to talk to you like as the master and you're the slave. They put the threat of killing you because that kept you from escaping. That's how they used to communicate to keep you, to make you do what they wanted you to do. So our parents came through this situation where their parents were people that were beat. Their parents were beat. So what you think they passed on us? Beat you. I'll beat you. What they said? They ain't know I'll whip you. Anybody parents say, I will whip you? My parents, the word was beat. Don't make me kill you. I'll bust your head open, nigga. Don't make me kill you. How many of y'all heard words similar to that? Amazing. He ain't getting no whipping. Oh my goodness. Come on. Come, my brother just called. Come on. Boss, you good with this? You heard Boss? He said, look at Kendra. Y'all hear this? Y'all know Kendra didn't end up getting a whipping. She said, here looking around, she said, y'all niggas need that beating, didn't you? Kendra, you ain't getting no whipping. How y'all feel about that? How many of y'all don't like that now bit? That's crazy. Goodness. Now that throw me again. I mean, all we heard were words that invoke violence. And those same words still radiate in us, and we started to react out violently. And sometimes the violence might not have been toward people, and it was, but it really wound up being destructive to us in our decision making and how we process things and our decision on how serious we should have took our salvation. And the reason why we're having this conversation, because I want us to get down to the real nitty gritty of when Philip, he met the eunuch. The eunuch was reading the writings, the writings. And when he was reading it, he asked Philip, when the Ruach told him to join himself to the chariot, did he understand what he was reading? And he told him, how could he, except some man guide him? And it said that Philip started where he was and he proclaimed to him, preached, just proclaiming. He started proclaiming to him what the writings were actually saying. How he was led to a sheep to the slaughter. And like a lamb dumb before his shears, so open he not his mouth. So in his humiliation, his judgment was taken away. He was humiliated. How you do that, man? You the judge of the whole world, and now you being judged. You know what I heard? Let me tell you what's funny. Go look up on your computer, pull up, watch judges go to trial. You'll see, they don't know how to, it throws them. Because they're the person you to pass the sentence. They're the person you to do the condemning. They're you to tell, listen, you close your mouth when I'm talking. Next time you talk, I'm gonna have you arrested. And now they sit here looking at, wow, this stuff I said to people. That's been said to me. Yahushua look at things, he don't say to people the judgment passed or death. He said, it came to me. So you ain't gonna believe it. He was humiliated. How does the judge of everybody get judged? There wasn't a right judge that came up, but now I sit here and I'm the person judge everybody and I'm being judged. But you know what I also do? It lets you put in consideration, how does it feel when you condemning other people, when you get condemned? Sometimes we forget about it. That's why I told you a lot of condemnation. I don't want no parts of that. I ain't trying to slam nobody. They fine. They ain't stop. I know if preacher going, I'm tell you why for me. I've done that for years. Cut down on people. Man, you to cut them down, you get them. But then I look at this. Did I really help you? Or you found entertainment in what I was saying? Because now, is after you finish with that, the goal is to move you into intelligence. And now all I did was set you up now that you became a critic of other people and you weren't ever critical of yourself. I got people who watch me, they love me. You know what? They still drinking, shacking up, fornicating. You know they look at, like Smith said, they ain't right either. It really gave them a pass to feel like, them guys out there preaching ain't no better than me. I might as well keep doing what I'm doing. See, why you think you getting people to see something, sometimes you could be hurting them. Because I did give them a justification. That's why I don't go nowhere now. Because ain't nobody right. I never taught them that. Because people tend to pick up what they want to hear versus what they need to hear. Where you need to make changes at, with self. What you need to really consider, you came here for something, confession. But this is another thing with confession. Do you believe it's wrong? Just being honest, there's a lot of people confess. There's people confess to murder. Ain't because they believe it's wrong. Like, that's what you want to hear, you'll give me a deal. Yeah, I did it. Confessed to drugs. He's like, well, he confessed he had the drugs, so that means no, that's confess because you say you don't give me a deal. I ain't confessing. Not you, Mick, you told. But so, when they give a man 2 days in jail and he had a life sentence, what you told? Who are you told on? And they let him out in 20 minutes for good behavior. Who are that man told on? No. They say he put on that, yeah, and J. Edgar Hoover wore a dress. Like, man, come on. So anyway, but the thing again is really looking at how much of what we read we really believe. And now we're talking about believing it to the effect of you demonstrate it. If you really believe that he raised him up from the dead, how did he die? How did Yahushua die? Crucified. What's another word? Slaughtered, murdered. So if somebody murder you, if somebody slaughter you, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to you? I can't hear. What's that, sweetie? That's how you live. You say you're going to be dead. But then if we got the confidence that he raised him from the dead, I don't want you to be afraid. If we got the confidence that he raised him from the dead, he was murdered. He was slaughtered. Then our confidence should be, then just like he raised his body from the moot, he also gonna quicken my body. And now I got it. Now he wants me to live to that effect. Don't just go around quoting, because everybody can quote it. Live to that effect, meaning that I don't have to fear death to the way I used to fear it. That somebody's just gonna take my life or sniff my life out and that's it. No, so I'm gonna take your life, I'm gonna give it back to you because you live into an accordance that I gave you. So because you're willing to live to that attribute, then I'm going to do what I said I'm going to do. But don't look for me to do nothing for you if you're not going to live to the entire obligation of trusting me that I'm going to give it back. See, a lot of times we have fought our lives of people taking from, I got a situation now, people, they take it from, and I said I'm not processing, I'm not that. The only way you could take anything from me is he let you. You couldn't take it on your own. They ain't saying, oh, I'm no bad person. No, it ain't that. He has to allow it. And I have to be able to have enough confidence in what I'm living and what I'm preaching to say, I got confidence in you to do what you say. See, a lot of times we say we good with where we at. We're good as long as I can still have my hand in it. He's saying, I want you to take your hand out of it and you let me be me. That takes a lot. And that's growth for all of us. I'm just telling you, they ain't been me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I can admit that. That wasn't me. No. You still operate. I'm more like Yahushua. My Abba work and I work too. He working, I'm working. He gonna kill you later, I'm gonna kill you now. That was my project. I want the truth. We ain't gonna get better until you get right. Getting right is, you know how simple that is? That if I confess what I done wrong, if I believe in my heart that he raised this man, he said, man, I'll save you. How simple is that though to say it? That means you really believe. Yeah, people say, man, you buy that stuff. That Shakespeare wrote that junk. Y'all believe that stuff for real? Buy that stuff out. Turn water to wine. How many men you know how to do that? So he's saying, I need somebody for demonstration. I need you to go through and demonstrate what I'm telling people that I did. Because they don't believe me. He left. So when he left, he just left witnessing. Do me a favor, man, I got to get ready to go. You'll let them know for me that I came and that I died and he rose me up on the third day. And I want you to live to that. If I say, you believe that, big man? I'll kill you right now. What you gonna do? You gonna, come on, nigga, that's what you want. I know you ain't believe it. I know you ain't believe it. Because Yahushua didn't do that. You might think, I'm making you weak. I'm not making you weak. Let me tell you something. I couldn't realize. I'm sorry if I'm holding y'all too long about me. But about me because I want you to get serious about you. A lot of people done came up with plans and resolve for the so-called Negro race on what we need to do and what we need to go and do and what we need to do and how we need to do this and do that. But a lot of times people have looked at the whole totality of our people as a whole. We're not that group of people. Our people need a lot of teaching, a lot of information our people need. The fight that we're trying to have, even with white America, trying to get equality, trying to get justices, trying to get reparation, trying to get it. Just be honest, we've never really repaired ourselves. We keep thinking money gonna fix us. Money ain't fixed us. Look at our rappers. They got money. You saw the white man killing them? Every time they get it right, you saw how the white for the Klan come out there killing them rappers. Be gunning them down every time you look around. Who killing them rappers? And the rappers killing them got money. So money gonna fix our problem. These guys ain't gotta care for nothing. They got money and all they doing is slaughtering each other. And they give us bad information in their rap that make fools out of us that all our women hold. They forget they got a mother and a baby mother. But all women hoes. And all niggas faggots. And they forget they supposed to be a man. And they dress homosexual. So money not our problem. Our real problem is getting our identity back. Because we've allowed getting these things to make us live like these people. We become soulless. We disrespectful to ourselves. We don't care about one another. And that's essential. In every society, there has to be a care. Even when the animals that are single-territory hunters, they still come together and mate without fighting. They still come together to an agreement to get something done. Why is it we are people that needs people, who needs human care, who needs affection and touching and other things we have? How is it we to the point that we so destructive we can't come together to see everybody want to be loved? Everybody want to care. The bad nigga out there, everybody walk up and hug you. He only fight you because he's trying to keep from crying. These people that don't buy that stuff. People really not. People hurt. People just like you and me. Masking, they hurt. They're afraid to say who they are, where they are, and what they need to do. They're afraid. Because they're afraid they're going to get left out there, somebody's going to make a fool out of them. Only way people make a fool out of you, you have to see yourself as a fool. Come on, make no fool out of me. That's ridiculous. I'm not a fool. Anything you do to me, I let you do, it's because of him. I'm trying to create a relationship that I never had before, one where I solely trust him enough to where I believe that you're going to do what you said you're going to do. I'm still paying for stuff I did. Stasha, hypothetically, she do something to me. I got to kill her. If I leave her alone, she going to do just what I've done. She going to have to pay for what she did. I'm paying for everything I've done to people. And it's right. And you know why he let me do it? He goes, so why then you gonna get away? Why he gonna get away? How I gotta pay, how I'm gonna suffer, but they gonna get away. How many of y'all have felt like that? People gonna get away. People getting away. Think about this. If he killed a person who did me wrong, right now, John, did something, as soon as he do it, he kill him. What about the people I did wrong to? So think about the folk who hated me and wanted me dead then. Think about it now. There's a folk who want me dead now. Think about it. Had he killed me then, because I was a worthless bastard, there's no chance of me changing. I was the scum of the earth. I'm sitting here now teaching people. So if I can make a change, and I can transition, and I can take conviction, I get corrected, why nobody else can't? It's like a light clicked on. How I've been living my life thinking people getting away. People ain't gonna get what's coming to them. I got what's coming to me. You got what's coming to you. How somebody else gonna get away? It's because we buy into the synopsis that people give them. Somebody getting away. Somebody getting over on you. Oh, you weak. Oh, they won't do it to me. They do it to you. They won't do it to me. And Yahuwah said, exactly right. He said, I would never use that clown. I use you. I need somebody willing to suffer. Think of the people he came here for. The sick, the hurt, everybody in the situation, that's what he came for. So how you forget about you now when that's what he came for? I came for you. You were hurt, you were crying, you were suicidal, you had doubt, you had a terrible life. All these things happened to you. He said, I came for you. So why you think I came for you and I just left you all of a sudden, forgot about it? I abandoned the cause. The cause got abandoned because you left it. You bought into something. You sold out for something else other than what you came for. Don't you know what? Remember why you came here. Remember what you heard. Remember those thoughts you said, man, I got to get this thing right. I don't want to die a sinner. I don't want to burn. How did you forget that? How did you forget that then you holding him hostage? What you doing? You said you'll never leave me, never forsake me. He said, I didn't. You left the work. You forgot what your fight was about. You made it about people. I'm sorry, I talked about myself. But it's time for us to get real. You're going to run your whole life, you're going to be a fake and a hypocrite. You shouldn't do it. You did it so long. How much has it really helped you? Everybody, how long does it help you? You're just going to fake your whole life out. Then you're going to come into reality when you meet this man. That's the purpose of why we're here. Time to unmask. Time to unmask for us to get this thing right and really look at what's important. That's because it's simple. Why everybody don't have it? All we got to do is confess and believe in our heart that he raised them. But then it makes sense. Then live like it. Stop living like, if I lose my life, that's it. If I die, that's it. If I die, I got to get all I can, because if I don't, once I die, that's it. No, when I die, that's when I live. Forever. He needs you to understand it, and you got to believe that. You got to live like you believe it. You got to start living like, I die, that's it. I'm going to go and that's going to be it. No, when I die, that's when I start living. Y'all got it? That's it. You're going to have to believe it. How many of y'all really want to be saved? That means you got to listen. Now, guess what's going to be there? Doubt, disappointment, hurt, anger, frustration. Just everything. Got to fight past it. Y'all don't think I had to do it? How much y'all don't think I got to deal with it? Every day. All day. Never an excuse. You ain't going to believe it. I got the same obligation you got. I can't go bust out crying to him. I know I cry sometimes. And I cry sometimes because it just get me where I just get. I'm just appreciative. I'm so appreciative. I don't cry because I'm sad about it now. I cry because it just overwhelms me, just like, man, where I was. It's like, how did I get here? It's like he picked me up and put me on a pathway I never would have chosen for myself. I didn't even think I was worthy for something like this. I'd have looked this, I'd have kept walking. Man, that ain't even my cup of tea. That ain't even me. I had bought into this my life. That's it. And you realize that's not it. You can make it and end it. Or you can just come in reality of, you can change. You ain't got to keep being the person you are. If you don't like it, don't do it. Stop being afraid of change. Stop being afraid of, I'm going to lose somebody. But if it's for the better me, it's good I lost you. If it's a better me, it's good you lost them. I lost a job one time. It was a good thing. If you made a change to do right and you lost them, did you really lose? Because you got to start doing your value system when you're saying where you're losing and where you're gaining at. A lot of us gaining things that's temporary. You're not gaining nothing eternal. And the whole purpose of coming here for, we're trying to get a long eternal life. And you can't get it the way you've been going. How many of y'all gonna start really trying to look at this, how much you really believe that he actually came and he died and he raised him from the dead? Now, how you gonna prove it to me? That's how we gotta do it. We gotta live it like that. So stuff ain't so important. I'm telling you, it's some stuff, I'm telling you. Back here about a month ago, there's a couple people here that been bust over, for sure. At least, I'd have gave them something, but it ain't there now. I'm appreciative. Because, I start looking at too, I don't want to lose that time and you lose. I had to start factoring in time I take out to deal with some of this stuff, you're going to lose. And y'all put too much in this to lose. You put confidence in me, y'all come here. I don't take that lightly. Don't want you ever think I take that on light thing. When people entrust their soul, that's the most precious thing you got. And you need to know that somebody cares. Somebody understand what you're feeling, when you hurt, when you're going through, when you got doubt, when you don't know how you're going to make it. Never forget about you. He never forgot about you. Might feel like it sometimes. It's because he wants you to try to look and consider your relationship. Sometimes we'll get to going and we'll get to laughing, we'll get to playing. You don't ever get a chance to really sit down and consider your relationship. You don't want a fabricated relationship like people get. Make up something to make themselves feel better. Tell them something just to kind of get them over and get them by. You'll be right back to that same rut again till you get realistic with yourself. Stop trying to blame everybody. Your life happened the way it happened. That was the way it was supposed to go. And as soon as you get that out of your head and get it through your head rather, and your understanding, you'll start to function differently. You'll start to look at, I don't go back on my life over all the mistakes I made to use it for a blame. At that point, it don't even matter. It only matter for the fact of, I appreciate that he allowed me to go through it, and that he made me a better man, and that he allowed me to be a help to somebody else who's looking, who's trying to find that answer, who's trying to find that key ingredient, who's trying to get that. They just need to they just put their hand, they're like, I can do it. They just want somebody to just be honest with me. How many of y'all people just want somebody, just be honest? That's all, just be honest with me. That's all they've been trying to do, be honest with us. But the truth of the matter is, have you really been honest with him? See, we want the honesty from everybody else, but have we been honest? That's the whole key. It's always be honest, and people start lying, and people stop cheating, and people stop doing this, and people stop doing that, and that's our reasoning for other things. But what about you? Have you been honest? Have you been real with it? Have you really addressed the problem? Or you just made excuses? Found other people to blame? Got to get past them. It's our life. This life. Ain't nothing better than living. That's why people fight to stay in it. It's hard to get out of this thing. It's beautiful when it's good. When it's good, it's good. When it's bad, when they come back around, it's good. And right then, you're just glad to be alive. And some days you say, man, I woke up dead. It'd been better than what I'm dealing with today. And they come back around, you say, you know what? I'm glad he didn't hear me that day I said if I were dead. And you learn to appreciate the fact that he knows when you're talking, you know I'm just talking. You know I'm just talking. I don't want to die. Sometimes I say, man, if I was just dead, it'd be better. If I could just be dead, I'd just be done. I'll show everybody then. He said, that's not what you mean. When I give you another day, you'll come back and you'll realize, you'll say, I appreciate you for being you. Because if you'd have answered every prayer I wanted, I wouldn't even be here today. I prayed myself out of that place. I prayed myself out the plan. I prayed myself out of everything. That's because our mouth and our heart, when we hurt at the time, we'll say things. We get irrational. We get emotional. And we do things and don't even consider. But he allowed these things to happen just so you can come back and realize that's why we got to be quick to hear and slow to speak. He said, be real slow when it comes to that wrath. He said, because your wrath don't bring forth my righteousness. Sometimes you say, I'll do this in the name of Jesus. We know that's the name that most people are comfortable with. He said, your wrath don't bring forth my Sadiq, though. So everybody be real careful when we say we doing his work. I know he sent me to do it. No. He said, went out from us, but they were not of us. He said, because they was of us, they would have continued in our debar. He said, but they went out that they might be made manifest. I don't want that to be me. I don't want to be one that gone out and went out to be made manifest that I wasn't of him. That ain't something you want to do. This is the best time for us to sit down and consider to get it right. This is the best time. Tomorrow might not be your day. You be honest with yourself. You search for yourself. You make the decision for yourself. Don't let nobody push you. It's got to be something you got to want to do. It's got to be something you want. And if you want it, it's obtainable. Anybody who want it, it's obtainable. He said, if any man come to me, he said, I know why as I turn him back. I'm a witness. He didn't reject me. If I don't get it, it'll be because I reject him. He will not reject you. He won't scorn you. He won't look down on you for coming at me. I'm a man. I made mistakes. I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to know what I'm doing. It started, what is that? People, you know how many men don't know what they're doing? Do y'all know how many people don't know what they're doing? And you'll be afraid to utter it because you're thinking, people going to look at me. People, don't you know other people want, everybody else is thinking everybody else got it together. Let me ask this. I'm sorry, before you give me a second, I want you to hear this. How many in here, before you raise your hand, don't have it all together? Don't raise your hand yet. This is what I want you to raise your hand on. That everybody else got it together. Who in here believe that everybody else in here got it together besides them, except them? Only a couple of people? Only a few people? Believe that? How many people here don't have it all together? Raise your hand. Look at the hands. This ain't embarrassing. Look at the hands of the people who had their hand on everybody else got it together. Don't you look around. The people who said they didn't have it, look around. See? You ain't by yourself. That's good. You ain't by yourself. See, you don't know. People don't walk around with no shirt on and no hat. I don't have it all together. I'm scared. I got fear. I got problems. I want to change. I'm hurt. People don't walk around. You just assume. So when you assume, you don't know and you don't realize people are not far removed from you. The same fit. When Yahushua came, they said, we have not a Rosh Kohan. What were they using? Couldn't fill our infirmity. So how many people was it that Musa had? What was it, 2 people? Hundreds of thousands of people. And one man could fill hundreds of thousands of people infirmity, weaknesses. One man. We talking about an earthly man. A multitude of people that couldn't be counted. One man could fill all those people infirmities. So how different all those people were? What was the difference between all them people? That one man could have in common with every one of those people. Please tell me how much difference between those people. So how much difference between you and everybody else? In one man, versus now, he had a Kohan for every 3 or 4 people. One Kohan could hear the confession of all those people. One Kohan could feel the infirmities of all those people. And you tell me all those people all had different situations? They were all similar. Yahushua got the same situation you went through. You believe that he felt other people's infirmities and not yours. Yours is the same as everybody else's. That's what I came to learn. You ain't different than nobody else. You bought into, you are the only person in your situation. Everybody going through something. Everybody's suffering. Everybody's afraid. Everybody's scared. Everybody worried about how they're going to make it. You're not alone. Stop getting yourself convinced and fooling. Everybody connects to everybody else. I ain't going to try to hold y'all no longer. I just want us to be realistic. I really want us to get this together. Everyone, I want us to get it together. Nobody. If you want it, you deserve to have it. I just want you to be real with yourself. How far are you willing to go so you can get it? That's two. I appreciate Yahuwah. Y'all all right? I appreciate y'all for bearing with me today. Appreciate y'all. We're going to make it. Right? We got to make it. We got to make it. We in the same struggle. Isn't that right? Same struggle. You ain't by yourself. Ain't that right? Don't buy into it. You ain't by yourself unless you want to be by yourself. Otherwise, we'll do it together. Everybody's life different, but we all suffer through the same thing. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Yes, sir. Wonderful Hoosier. Man, I made up my mind. I gotta get this thing right. I sure appreciate him for keeping me on this side. Ooh, boy. Ooh, like I said, I'm on top of the ground. It ain't on top of me. Man, I could have been down there on a crude grave somewhere. Ooh. Waiting on Yahuwah destruction. But he kept me on this side just long enough to consider. That's how I want a man to do, just consider. If you don't do that, just consider. Ain't that right? Consider your ways. I learned to release myself and stuff, man. Shoot, I don't hate nobody. I ain't got the time. I hate too many bad decisions. I mean, I hate wasting time. Everything else, other people got to live and deal with that. I'm too busy trying to make sure I get it right. Make sure we be ready when we get back in. Be wasting that time on people, man, you've been lost out around here. People want you to lose out, especially if people ain't doing nothing. You ever heard how many people on the side of the street get up saying, you need to take care of yourself now. Don't get yourself in no stuff. And everything you know, you out here homeless. No, they want you to slip, you be out there too. That's all they do. Wait for somebody to come in, roll over and say, put your cardboard right here. If people, nobody want to see no success story. I don't people want to see that. Man, people that quit, they ain't got their mind to do. They want you with them. That's why I told people, man, them nigga conversation, I ain't got time to do no fools like that. Let people keep going. I'm too big. I got to make sure I get this thing right. That done came more important than anything else in my life. I got to get this right. I got to get it right. Y'all hear me? One day, them had that driver Marvin. He told me that time he had that law book. He needed to go out and run. I said, Marvin, that law book, you ain't fix that law book. You ain't gonna. He said, Pastor told him, said he chairman deacon, but it don't look good. You at church. You at church on Sunday. You out there running. He said, church is important. He said, law book. I got to get this right. He said, I got to get it. He told us, Pastor told us, you the chairman and deacon, but it don't look good. You ain't at church. He said, oh, church important. His law book. I got to get this right. Marvin stated he got that law book right. He need to keep running. That way his priority was. He said, man, I got to get that law book right. So for us right here, y'all, we got to make sure we logging in right with Yahuwah. Isn't that right? Make sure we got this thing right before you come back here. I appreciate y'all. Isn't that right? Try to get through and get something to eat. Sit around there, tell some lies. How he ain't no 8. Because once he tell the truth, Justin put a curse on him. So y'all be looking, y'all see Hayward, do what you do now. Don't ask too many questions now. You might get some stuff on your clothes. Justin put a curse on him that if Hayward tell the truth, his head gonna explode. So if you're talking to Hayward, when you ask something, close your eyes and do like this, just in case. So that truth come out, you'll know. All right? See, I remember that as a curse. If you ask him something now, and he answers you, and you don't get no blood and guts and brain on your clothes, okay? So just want to let y'all know. All right, so what y'all gonna be looking for when you ask Hayward a question? All right, so do like this when you ask your question. I want that stuff to get in your eye. You ever had, let me ask you, anybody had some chimp brain in their eye before? That thing burned. Hayward ain't the first one I took. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I had another gorilla I had to do that. So that chimp, it get in your eyes, it burned. It's got that banana juice and stuff in it. So y'all be careful. Do like this when you ask. All right? Everybody all right? Now get ready to stand. Give Mr. Yahuwah a hand clap because he's worthy. How do to Yahuwah. Tomorrow, we'll come in tomorrow, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock tomorrow. Y'all was going to do a free day tomorrow, but we're going to move it. So 5, I don't know. What time, Chris, what time you get on? We'll still be here too. 5, 6, 5. We'll come in. Hey, we'll let him tell some lie. That'd be 9 o'clock. Then come on in, but then he got a lot of them to him. One time he almost beat Tarzan when Tarzan first came to the jungle. Hold on, that Paul my cousin though. Paul, how you feel about having him for your cousin? You don't have no feeling. I know I wouldn't like it. How many of y'all wouldn't like it? You want to be saved too? Paul, the rest of the folks here don't like it. That's tight, isn't that right? So, all right, who else? So what's our announcement?
Everybody send their heart.
And we said, what about Steven?
He's including everybody.
What's that? So Steven, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Steven. Yeah, she like that. All right, we'll get ready. That's it. All announcement clear. All right. Turn so we can pull out. I be new, our Father. We give the kabod, kabod, the glory and honor, the tahalim, the praise, the hadu, the thanks, and the $2 thanksgiving to your Shem, which is your name, and to Yahushua HaMashiach, which is your salvation, the anointed one. For all that he rendered his kayin, his mut, which is in his living and his death. For all he ransomed through his dam, which is the blood, that redeemed us from the beth of bondage, which is the house of slavery. Grant us this opportunity to be able to call upon your Shem, which is call upon your name. Baraka your Shamaim, your Sabut, height expansion where you dwell in your army. Baraka your Shalakim, your Ra'im, and your Malaki, which are your sent ones, your shepherds, and your messengers. Baraka Jerusalem, the city, the foundation of Shalom, which is of peace. Baraka those behind prison walls in captivity, in war-torn country. Baraka those going through the destructions of nature according to your will. Without you, we are nothing. We call upon your Shem, that you would grant us the Binah, the understanding, that you would grant us the Yada, to know you, and Lamed us, which is to teach and show, instruct us, and seal us with the Ruach HaKadosh unto the human redemption, until the day that you come back to redeem us. Baraka us according to the Baruch Yushabbat to Abraham, Yatsakak, Yacob, the Yahudim, to Yasharal, and the Tuledah, which are their generations, even to us and our Tuledah, which are our generation, and all those you will Kara far off, and even those going astray and taken from us, and our young people that are here and that are going astray. Keep them that they'll zakar you, which is the mark to remember before the Rosh Yamim come, which are the evil days. Grant them the Ruach HaKadosh, the spirit of separation, before Salam too late, everlasting. Baraka the married, the single, the separated, the sick, the afflicted. We allow that you will baraka those over the Yam and near, which is over the seas, that you keep them and be the Yeshua. Those in leadership and authority, those that support your Dabarim in every Malkum, those that are going through the tribulation, persecution that we allow you count as worthy of escape, those bereaved, those going through the destructions of nature. We also allow that you would baraka and forgive our enemies as we allow and seek you for forgiveness for ourselves for all that we've done. Make us Tauher, which is pure. Make us of the Kodashim, the separated ones. Make us Talmim complete before Salam too late. Baraka the food that we about to receive and the hand set forth to prepare it. We allow that you would knit us together in a heart, which is in love, that we faint not. We allow that the bar that went forth this Yom today will really resonate in our inward parts, that it will resonate in our laws of our minds and in the laws of our heart, that we'll consider our latter end. Forgive us for procrastination and hesitating. Forgive us for blaming and finding faults with others and even blaming you at times because of our stupidity and our ignorance and not willing to fully commit ourselves. I do again for Sean that you added to us, such as should be Yasha, which is saved, as we seek that you will even allow even others to come from all Guim, from all ethnicities, because every knee shall bow, every tongue shall confess that Yahushua HaMashiach is the Malach, is the emperor of all. And when we've done all we can do, we seek a Beth in your Lam Malkuth, which is a home of your eternal empire, where we can see your pioneer, your face, and Tahalim your Shem better, which is praise your name. In the Shem, which is the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, let us all say, Amen. Come home. Come home. A hobby. Come on here, you old bad kids. Amanda, we learn how to sing now. We know how to sing this time. We know how to sing. She ain't gonna be no singer. We're gonna harm you so much. You ain't gonna be no singer though, okay? Do you wanna sing? Amanda, you wanna be a singer? She said. She all right. She just walked. She looking at man. She like, that man be all right. She good. Where y'all at? Come on, where y'all at? Oh, somebody was sick yesterday? Oh, okay. You was sick. You sick now. Man, you tripping. Yeah, right. I always get sick. Y'all ready? What's going on? I see your sheriff badge. I see you, the sheriff. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Y'all ready? Let's shake it off. Let's shake it off. Shake it off. Y'all ready? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, y'all get ready to go. All right, on three. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Hit. Rock the little children. Ooh. All the children of the congregation. Ooh. Red and yellow, black and white. They are precious in His sight. Rock the little children of the congregation. Woo! Come home, come home. I'll hug you.
But when I turn to Yahoo and I start to read, your ear is not heavy, your head is not short, but it's all of my iniquity that comes between us and causes such a great separation, and leave me on my knees praying, making supplication. Cause if sin is my disease, I need your medication. Scribe me your top with an extra dose of patience. Cause I'm waiting on your Ruach HaKodesh to dwell inside of me. Don't leave me to my own desire, come and take the driver's seat. Cause all my tip was on you, who's my all in all. So when it's hard, I tell myself, this time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. I appreciate you if you say this is encouraging. I'm glad I helped you, but I wrote this to encourage me and keep me reminded of the con that I was finding before I ever started singing, before I was ever even minded. In my ignorance, Yahuwah chose to wink at me. Can't pretend that I heard truth and started changing instantly. It came with some struggles and a lot of back and forth till you in a position where you're forced to finally stop and make a choice. So glad I chose Yahushua HaMashiach to be my help, to be your light unto my feet and be your guide unto my steps. Please don't let me fall, yeah. Please don't let me fall. Please don't let me fall, yeah. Please don't let me fall. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. Too many times I say that I won't fall again. Apologizing to y'all like it's my fault again. Might not make it back next time if I fall again. So I won't fall again. This time I won't fall. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No, I won't fall again. I won't fall again. No.
YG, get down and lay down. It's a takeover, nigga. Who you with? Who you with? Who you with, huh? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? What? Yeah, you know the books. I lean too come and kiss the bin, lest his wrath start to kindle. Now the sun is pissed. Imagine hearing another man name get uttered from your chick during sex. Now you vexed, you thinking about another dude. How you think you who would feel? Had it with your other shit, cheating with these foreign guys. You forgot his government name? Man, it's a shame, false side of worship. We entertain, whipping the range, twisting the chains. But he ain't got a problem with you getting these things. But when things got you, it's a problem. This I'll explain. In that time of darkness, when you hit the grave, you need something that to stand against the flames. Fire retardant. Ruach HaKodesh, the only thing survive is awesome. A seed gotta die for it to rise up from the garden. Your past ground, your pardon. The chaff will delete, but it'll gather up the wheat when it's time for the harvest. Who